$1 million in space for 2024. San Antonio Spurs lost a tight one without Wemby in Sacramento last night. Spurs head coach Greg Popovich said before the game that Wemby is likely to miss the remainder of the road trip. The Blitz starts right now.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to Big Day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. Hey, football is Friday, but man, there's still so much to talk about. Damn, I'm in a good mood.
Always. You're in a good mood?
I am in a good mood.
That's a switch.
What do you mean?
The hell?
Dude, I'm not Joe Reinagle. I don't wake up looking for things to get mad about and complain about.
I don't like to do that. It's just things happen and it pisses me off.
There you go.
I mean, what can I say?
And that sun is bright. I'm angry the rest of the day.
Exactly. That's a great day. It's Friday, man. We made it.
We made it to the weekend.
We made it.
We are ready to go.
Been getting a lot of compliments on my pink shirt today.
You have?
Yeah.
From who?
Well, everybody. I walk in, hey, nice shirt. That's awesome.
Nice shirt, Joe.
Yeah, Kevin Brock's nice shirt. Ryan out there, hey, that's a nice shirt.
And Kevin Brock.
Yeah.
Big Kev.
Big Kev.
Big Kev. I walk in, I'm wearing shorts, and he's like, dude, you need some sun on those legs.
Well, he's not lying.
Well, I mean, I looked at him, I'm like, man, no matter what I do, we're not going to be twins there. I mean, it ain't going to happen. My legs aren't that white.
No, they're white.
They're not that white.
I had to put my sunglasses on when I walked in.
They're not that white.
It was awful.
I mean, they're not that white.
You need some sun.
I do need some sun.
If I were you, I'd put a lawn chair outside this weekend and get some sun.
Dude, they're not that bad, are they?
Yeah, they're bad.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some dudes with some white legs. I don't have that problem.
Well, it happens to all of us.
Oh,
you
sure.
go through the winter, you're not wearing shorts. You're not really doing a lot outside. Although this winter wasn't all that cold.
Well, I mean, speak for yourself. I mean,
and there were a few days.
But it hasn't been shorts weather, like wear shorts to work weather.
Well, that's true. Although I've done that a little bit this week.
Sure. Well, I mean,
it's still officially winter.
Is it?
Yes.
Doesn't the clock move forward this week?
It does this week, and I don't know when the official start of spring is, but
we're in Texas. We don't go by that calendar.
No, we don't.
It's here.
It's fall and summer.
Well, yes. But again, I don't feel like I'm that bad. I've seen some dudes where I'm like, not that I can make fun of anybody, but it's not that bad. But
well, you'd have a white leg club.
Well,
yeah, you could be the president.
I just got like Kevin Brock talking about my skin tone. I'm like, dude, I mean, we're never gonna match.
Never gonna match.
Never gonna match.
No.
Not impossible.
No.
And Big Kev and I mean, we used to call each other
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
I can see that.
For a long time, that was me and Big Kev.
I could see that.
When he used to do high school football with me.
Yeah.
It's
he's a big dude.
He is a big. That's why they call him Big Kev.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
It's nothing like the biggest guy in the room. You call him tiny.
But he's like a gentle giant.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just a nice guy. He's a teddy bear.
Just don't piss him off.
Well, I never have, and so I guess that's a good thing. I would assume that he's probably a hard dude to piss off.
No. It's like pissing off Joe Reinagle.
Oh, I'm a hard dude.
He's
to piss
sensitive
off.
like you.
Well, he's sensitive.
No, I'm kidding.
Me and Kev and Dalton Schultz.
Although, don't go bowling with that guy.
No, he's good.
Yeah, he's good, but he's a different guy on a bowling alley. That just is a sentence I never thought I'd say. But yeah, he gets into a zone, and a couple. I say a couple of years ago, I forget how long ago, but the station one time we did a bowling tournament. It was a one-time thing, right? Because Rob Thompson hurt himself. It was it was a one-time event. We thought it was going to be cool and a lot of fun, and Rob hurt himself. And I stacked my team. I called in my ringer.
Absolutely.
I called in Kevin Brock, shows up at the bowling alley with a bag that had like 8 different bowling balls in. I'm like, dude, are you kidding? The shoes, and I mean, I don't know. The guy bowls like a $2.99 and he's pissed.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
Rob blows out his knee because he goes to throw the ball down and the ball hits his knee. And he goes in the gutter, and then Rob Thompson's leaving by ambulance. I mean, he didn't really, but I mean, he was done for the day. Like, dude, we're on hole 3 or round 3 or whatever.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so we stick to golf tournaments now.
I never was a very good bowler. The question though, does Big Kev we wear like the real colorful shirts and?
No, I mean,
you've seen some of those bowlers, the professional guys.
I mean, because Big Kev. He is pretty good side gig bowling. I mean, his shirt looks like some NASCAR race uniform.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
it ain't colorful. It's got patches all over it.
All over it. He's sponsored by everybody.
He really is.
I've never seen him bowl, but
dude, I mean,
he was trying to explain the difference in the balls.
It's
depending on the oil on the lane and all this kind of stuff. He brings his
own oil. I mean, it's I don't know.
Oh,
Big
man.
Kev.
I always admired guys that could bowl. I was never good at it.
Well,
and always wanted to be.
See, and I'm not good at bowling, but I'm always better on the second game than I was on the first game, partly because I've been drinking a little bit more.
Well, that's it.
But I mean, I think in my wildest, I mean, probably 180 is probably the best I've ever bowled. I generally will break 100, but I don't think I've ever broken 200. Right.
I've never broken 200.
But the people that can get it all the way down near the gutter and then it just spins back in, and I those people, that's a skill that I don't have. But you have to have the special ball for that, and I guess the glove and the contraption and everything else. I just always try to go straight, get it, and then when you got to pick up the spare, that's like, son of a bitch, this is gonna suck.
Yeah. The things you wish you could do. So I just stick with golf, and I'm not very good at that either. But at least I enjoy that.
I mean, you're better at golf than I am.
Any sport that you get better the more you drink is what I like.
Well, see, and that's where, and I don't play it enough. But now that we're going to have an extra hour of daylight, pickleball is a great beer drinking sport.
It is.
You're exercising, but you're not running a whole lot.
Right.
You don't have to run a whole lot. And if you play doubles, you don't have to run at all.
Well, you don't need sunlight to play pickleball, do you? I mean, they're lighted pickleball courts.
I mean, if you can get on one.
Oh.
I mean, well, but the reality, I mean, you're right. And I know there's more coming over, chicken and pickle. Good luck getting a court. I mean, if you're, I don't know, 60 and you got nothing to do at 3:00, you can get a court. But at 8:00 at night, good luck, right? And chicken and pickle's a lot of fun.
I think you can reserve them though. If you think about it, you call and reserve. I'm coming in at 7:00, 7:30.
Therein lies. I mean, have you met me? Like, all right, man. If you go on their site, I can get a court 3 Saturdays from now, or 4 Tuesdays from now at 9:15. I don't know what I'm doing then.
Yeah, you don't.
I want to go right now. Like, hey, you want to go play? And you
go. Yeah.
There's a place up in New Braunfels, or kind of on the way to New Braunfels. Frank. For me. I might have just ruined it for me, but that's the go-to spot.
What, it's not crowded?
It's a little more crowded than I'd like it to be, but yes. I mean, a friend of mine that's like, hey, let's go out there play, and they got all kinds. They just opened up this bike track and all kinds of stuff. They got land out in the middle of between San Antonio and New Braunfels, but it's a good place to go.
You know what's crazy? And I'm assuming they have pickleball courts there, but they have tennis courts by my house. There's like a tennis club.
Yeah.
Right there. And it's right off Military. And it's a yeah. I mean, who knew? And that place is packed every night.
I brought up the only HOA homeowners meeting that we ever had, that I've ever gone to a couple weeks ago, because my neighborhood, they're talking about putting in speed bumps and nobody wants them except Karen, right? And so we all show up, and the place is crowded, and everybody's like, dude, I just want pickleball courts. Nobody uses these damn tennis courts in the neighborhood. Can we turn them into pickleball courts?
Sure.
Right? Nobody wants speed bumps, but we want pickleball. That's another meeting, sir.
Well, I don't
Damn it,
think.
Karen, give me pickleball.
Don't you just have to draw a few extra lines?
I don't know
That's
what you
all
do.
you have to do.
I don't know.
I mean, it could be both.
I mean, I don't know. I never see anybody playing tennis, but I'd
Dude, they
like our
play-
neighborhood tennis courts to turn into pickleball courts.
These aren't neighborhood. This is a club.
Well,
I mean, it's a bona fide tennis club.
bona fide.
Bona fide.
Bona fide.
Yeah. And I don't play tennis.
No, but you could play pickleball. You'd probably play pickleball.
I've never played pickleball.
I could tell you without knowing this. I think Maggie would love pickleball, which means you will end up playing pickleball and loving it. I mean, they have outfits, so
Yeah.
Maggie's in for that.
Nice.
It's not near as taxing as tennis, right? And you don't even really have to be good or understand the rules to play and play for a long time. It's fun. It's fun, and it gets you outside doing stuff.
Now, do you when you say outfits? I mean, what do guys wear?
Shorts and a t-shirt.
Shorts and a t-shirt.
But I mean, you could get
just like golf.
yes,
basically,
but
right?
you know, I mean, you go into the like there's a place on 1604 called Pickleball Giant, right? And you know, they sell all kinds of stuff in there, like 2 men's shirts and 48 different outfits for women.
Yeah.
But you can go in there and they've got this, you know, deal where you could try out all the different kind of paddles and different things like that. And, you know, the machine is shooting you it's fun.
Oh, okay.
It's fun.
Well, maybe
I enjoy it.
Maybe I'll try it one day.
You know, I'd like to start playing that a little bit more.
Well, good. You have no excuse now.
Well, I always have an excuse.
Well, we all do.
I mean,
but
my foot hurts.
yeah, we all do. Get out there, exercise a little bit.
Yep. Exactly what we're going to do. You mentioned golf, right?
Yeah.
Our golf tournament's not far away.
It's really not.
And it's I don't know. I saw an email today. Then we were in a meeting earlier. Are we down to 4 teams or 5 teams?
I think it's 4.
Right. Whatever. We're running out of space.
Yeah, it's almost full.
We are running out of space. If you have been procrastinating, the weather's going to be fantastic. So says Joe Reinagel. And if it's not, he will buy you a free Yingling beer out there at the golf course.
Absolutely.
Because we will have plenty of Flight by Yingling.
I'll open it for you.
Take the first sip.
Yes.
Maybe the last sip too and give you an empty can. Either way.
I'm not taking the last sip. Not if somebody else has been drinking it. Isn't that like 90% spit?
It's called backwash, sir.
Exactly.
There's an official name for that. Get signed up at sasportstar.com. March 25th out at the Golf Club of Texas. Come golf with us.
Yeah.
And if you want to come play in Vegas with us while you're out at sasportstar.com, right there at the top, front, center, there we're going to Vegas with Circa Las Vegas.
Wow.
Opening day of baseball, Sweet 16 weekend, Mega March. There's a discount code for your rooms.
Yeah.
If you click on that link at sasportstar.com, and you can come party in Vegas with me and Joe and the Blitz. We're going to do the show out there, the Blitz, on that Thursday and Friday, the 28th and 29th. You guys want to come hang? You can save some money on your rooms by clicking that link that's there at sasportstar.com.
And it's pretty good savings.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
It's
yeah,
20%.
Nice.
Yep.
So yeah, come party with us in Vegas. We do it differently in Vegas. Minix and I turn into different people as soon as we get off the plane in Vegas. It's just a different world.
It really is.
It really is.
It really is. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I just, Hope Pledge is ready to host a show on the. No, I'm kidding. Because we land at 10 o'clock on that Wednesday night.
Yeah, we do.
And we got to be on the air by noon the next day. Because noon is Vegas time is 2 o'clock out here.
Right.
Right. That doesn't change with the time change.
That no, because they change too.
I know. Phoenix is an hour.
Right.
Vegas is always 2. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, come on out with us.
So I don't know if you stayed up late last night watching the Spurs. I know yesterday I was like, no Wemby, is there a reason to watch? And I know, like last night was the State of the Union. I could give. So I got caught up on the Masters of Air, which is a fantastic series on Apple. If you haven't been keeping up with that, it is fantastic.
You didn't watch The Whale? Why not?
I watch Masters of the Air.
Dude, okay.
I will get
whatever.
it. I mean, maybe one day when I'm bored, I will watch that. The only thing I know about the State of the Union last night is when I saw Lincoln Riley was trending on Twitter, and I wondered why, and then I found out and went, "Oh, that was bad." Outside of that, I didn't pay attention to anything going on last night on regular television. Then I get to the Spurs game, and the Spurs played great last night. They played fantastic for the most part last night. It was a disastrous second quarter. Third quarter was good. Fourth quarter for about, 10 and a half minutes was great. Then they completely pooped the bed. Completely pooped the bed. It was awful, the ending. That's one of those games where if you had went to bed and you woke up the next morning, you would go, how in the hell did they lose that game? Yeah. And then you watch and you go, how in the hell did that happen?
Wow. Well, they got real sloppy, right, with the ball. That's probably because they're a young team. They're still learning.
Well,
jeez,
they are a young team.
I expected to hear that out of the mouth of Greg Popovich today, and thank goodness we didn't.
No, but Pop did say that a lot of those mistakes were young mistakes. Pop. Pledge is going to break the computer over there trying to get it to play.
Yeah, I think we've got technical issues in there.
All right.
We'll hear from Greg Popovich at some point.
Maybe. Not sure what's going on over there.
It's Friday,
yeah,
man.
It is Friday. The computer's already taken off for the weekend.
Now, I watched, and I say this because I wanted to see what I look like. So I did watch the State of the Union last night, and there's some angry old dude. So now I know what I look like when I get on a tantrum and start my rant.
I don't know. I mean, it's I live in the toy department. I know that.
Yeah.
Like, are we having a gas shortage?
A gas shortage?
I know it's the beginning of spring break. So
I don't think so.
Rarely do I let my car get below a quarter of a tank. I'm that guy. When I'm around a quarter of a tank, I go. I rarely see my gas light come on. My gas light came on yesterday when I was driving home. No big deal. I'll get gas tomorrow. So I leave the house today. I'm going to get gas. And again, I'm not really paying attention to the news or anything like that, and purposefully staying away from it because I know what it is. Depending on what side you are, it's going to be that was good, that was bad, right?
Right.
Well, I go to a gas station, the Diamond Shamrock Valero over there at on Stone Oak in 1604. It's packed. Like, it's just ridiculously packed. But there's like 3 pumps that have the little yellow bag on.
Right.
All right. Well, I'm going to the next one, and I go to another gas station, and there's like 3 pumps there that have the little yellow bag on it. And I'm like, well, what's going on? I mean, what's going on with gas price? Because I haven't been paying attention to the news. But is it just because of spring break? Something going on? I have no idea.
I would assume that, but I have no problem. I had a little 7-Eleven there right by the house that I usually go to get get gas, and I have no problem.
Well, and normally I have no problem either, except for at your 7-Eleven. Are they full? Do they have enough gas for their customers, or are those pumps empty?
No, they're full. I guess.
I
put something in my car today.
Did you? All right. Because,
I don't know what it was.
Well, see, that's kind of the fear. Like, normally, no big deal. I don't think about it, but my gas light rarely comes on. And so when you're sitting there and it's 40 miles to empty, now it's 35 miles to empty, and the anxiety kicks in. And again, mind you, I'm a guy that, even though it says 30, I don't know if I trust it, right? My gas light doesn't come on. So it's on, and now I go to 2 different gas stations, and there's little bags on there. I'm not a fan of that. And then I finally, like, all right, well, I keep moving on because my dumb ass, I'm not going to wait for somebody. I'm just moving on. All right, well, because, man, all the gas stations were so busy. Is it Friday? Everybody's getting out of town, starting road trips for spring breaks.
Yeah.
Whatever. I get to the gas station over here by the radio station. 2 of those pumps have little bags on them. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I got gas. I feel good. I'm good. But, a little bit more anxiety than
my
I
light
normally
always
want.
comes on. When I get anxiety is when you stop seeing how many miles you have left and it just says low.
Oh, yeah. See,
That's when I'm like, because then I don't have a clue. Do I have 20 miles left? Do I have 10? I don't know. So and I wish it wouldn't do that. Why can't it just keep going? So it's usually when it hits 30, it won't go 29. It just says low. And I'm like, well, damn, now this is exciting.
It doesn't know.
Well, this is exciting.
Well,
because you don't know anymore.
Well, because I mean, at what point are you not going by miles, but you got minutes?
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, because there is
tick, tick, tick,
well,
tick, tick.
How does it go? Like, I'm on 1604 in Stone Oak, and it says 40 or 45. And by the time I get to 281, which is only 2 miles, I'm down to 35. Like, how did I lose 10 miles like that?
Well, you were probably gunning it.
Well,
that's why.
I mean, no.
You gun it, and then all the gas comes out.
It does what?
Exactly.
It
just,
but
sucks
again,
all the gas out.
I mean, why can't it give me a countdown like you said,
I don't
every
know.
mile tick away? Why can't that marry up with the speedometer?
Well,
like, I know what 10 miles is, but that's why I don't trust those things, which is why my light never comes on. Now, my wife, she'll be like, oh, man, I got half a tank. It says you got 28 miles.
Yeah.
I mean, and her car will say, her little gas light comes on and says, do you want us to find the nearest gas station?
Yes.
It's like, nah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game, and it's exciting.
It's a game I don't like to play.
But I don't like it when it's low, because then I really don't know. But that's when it gets that exciting. It's like, all right, how far can we push this baby? Let's go. It's me against you, car.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
How many times have you lost that game?
I haven't.
You've never in your life run out of gas.
Well, I have in my life, but not recently.
Not with this car.
Not with this
last car. I traded it in because the gas tank thing lied to me.
It wasn't accurate.
Yes.
But it's a game. And Maggie, my wife, is the same way. I don't know why, but getting gas is such a waste of time. Is it not? I mean, it's just a waste. And then when you get there and you put your credit card in the little machine and it says see cashier. And I'm thinking, well, I think I paid the bill, but it's not that. It's just the little thing's not working. So then you have to move to another pump.
As opposed to seeing the cashier?
Well, yeah, who wants to do that?
Well, the cashier maybe wants to see you. Maybe the cashier would like you also to buy a beef jerky and a candy bar and a Red Bull.
Oh, is that why? They're just saying, so I hit the lottery. See cashier.
Yeah, come on in.
To go in. We got some great
all that stuff
inside.
right there by the register is meant for you to buy it. Sir, you look like you need a 5-hour energy.
But I can't. You have to go in there.
2 for $9.
You have to go in there and say, well, I want $30.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's going to be $30.
It's going to be more than that. Have you not seen gas prices?
Well, I'm just saying.
It cost me $53 today to fill up my car.
Well, that's what I mean. And so
because I had none.
So you don't know, and it's irritating.
Man, there's a lot of you people. Ray says his gas light's been on for 3 days.
Yes, it's a game, right, Ray?
Have you gone anywhere in 3 days?
It's a game, Ray. I know, man. We get addicted to it.
Ray wants to know. Yeah, Reinagel would be the guy that would write a check for gas. He and my mother are the only ones still with the checkbook.
Write a check. I don't even know if I remember how to write a check. It's been so long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the card's good, but the machine's broken. It's just little things irritating.
The littlest things irritate you.
Yeah, well, that's irritating. Yeah, to get back in your car, back up, and then pull into a different spot.
Or you could have just gone and seen the cashier.
I could have.
And, I mean, you were given an option. It didn't say, sir, this machine doesn't work. Go somewhere else.
It doesn't say that, and that's what's irritating. See cashier.
Well, what do you want it to say?
Well, I want it to say, hey, I'm broken.
I think it is without saying it's broken. It's like you admitting you're wrong. It doesn't happen, but you say enough things that you are actually saying that.
Dude, I'm telling you, see cashier. I don't like that option. I don't want that option. Now, when I'm done,
what if she had
gas,
a candy bar for you?
Well,
what if she was going to give you the winning lottery ticket?
Oh, that's a great idea, Jim.
I mean, you have options,
dude.
Why do you hate people?
Well, sometimes I do. Yeah. I won't lie to you. I mean, this happened last night. I just want to get home. Just want to go home. And I got to take an extra step at the gas pump.
Aw, poor Joe. Oh, Joey.
I know it.
Doesn't want to see the cashier, so he has to get back in the car.
I don't want to be told to see the cashier. You know,
it's the principal.
It's like an order.
It's not the principal.
Cashier. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I told that gas pump.
What was that? Boy, you told that.
I told that gas pump.
Yeah. I moved the pump 6.
2 middle fingers,
Pump 8,
baby.
here's 2 middle fingers. Yeah, double pump your.
I think the pump started to cry.
I don't think the pump gave a damn. Pump was like, yeah, I'm holding on to all my gas. I'm giving you unleaded, sir.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it's the little things.
Apparently so. Good Lord.
I feel better now. I got that out. It's good.
Feel like it's a grievance from the morning show left over.
Yes, I guess.
From the morning cuddle.
That would have been a good one. You know, when you're on the spot and they do that and you forget that they do that, it's like, I got nothing to complain about today. What the hell?
That's not true.
No, it's true. I'm like, well, I don't think anything happened today, RJ.
You have a poll on our YouTube.
I know it.
And everybody says you should go see the cashier.
Really?
Yes, 71%.
Well, I'm not. I'm not going to be told to go see the cashier by a gas pump.
What if you were the 1 millionth customer and they were going to give you a big prize in there?
Well, that's.
I mean,
I guess
what
I
if they had a
just
free
out.
pack of double stuffed Oreos for the next customer that walked in?
I don't really like double stuffed Oreos.
Of course you don't.
No.
Well, I mean, what if they had a special on the gas station burritos, and you wouldn't have known that?
the sushi in the corner over there.
I mean, you have no idea.
Well, it's possible, but I'm not going to be told by a gas pump that I have to go do something. See cashier.
Well,
you go see the cashier.
I mean, if your card was working right, sir.
I got the card was just fine in the next pump. Isn't that funny?
Well, that's how it works.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes that does happen.
See cashier.
You know, somebody might have had a skimmer on that one and they're protecting you.
That may be.
But no, you want to be that guy.
Well, I just don't want to. I don't want to be told by a gas pump that I have to go see the cashier.
Stand in line because some guy's getting a sandwich.
Right. Counting out his pennies.
You're too good for that.
I'm telling you.
I'm surprised you haven't found a place that has somebody there to pump your gas.
Do they have those anymore?
Not in Texas.
No, they don't.
There are some states where I believe that is still the law.
Really?
Like when I lived in New Jersey. Now, granted, it's 30 years ago. You're not allowed to pump your own gas in New Jersey. You're not allowed. I think Oregon is that way. Washington, not.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Interesting. That would,
it keeps the flow of traffic because nobody's in there talking to the cashier.
Right. Or being, told what to do by a gas pump. Jeez.
You get bossed around by enough people. That pump isn't going to do it.
Exactly.
That was a great Spurs segment. Cowboys making some moves today. The restructuring has begun. We'll dive into that. Coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. It's going to be a great weekend to fire up the grill. At this time of year, all the weekends are great to fire up the grill. Before you do, make sure you get into Tri-County Meat Market because you know that great meal starts with great meat. And Tri-County has everything you need to up your grilling game. Beef, chicken, pork, fajitas, poppers. You want to do a tri-tip, a brisket, a picanha, sausage. Their brisket burgers are incredible. Tri-County has what you need with the quality you expect. You can always take advantage of their Pick 5 for $25, and Tri-County always offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. And this weekend, everybody is getting 10% off their entire purchase at Tri-County Meat Market. So get into one of their 2 great locations on Ralph Fair Road and on Huebner, or online at tricountymeat.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with Rob and RJ.
Monday on the Morning Huddle, the Spurs will be in the middle of a back-to-back. We'll look at what happened in Golden State and what we expect to happen in the Frost Center with the Golden State Warriors in town.
Also, the legal tampering window in the NFL opens today. Who's going to tamper and how are they going to do it? We'll get into it starting at 6.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Take steps to live a more sustainable lifestyle by investing in plastic-free food storage containers like silicone sandwich bags or beeswax wraps, which can replace the difficult-to-recycle single-use plastic wrap. And while we all do our part, Charmin is working hard to make a difference by regrowing 2 trees for every tree used. We all go, why not enjoy the go with Charmin? Whether it's the irresistible cushiony softness of Charmin Ultra Soft or the superior strength and absorbency of Charmin Ultra Strong. Either way, you can't go wrong.
What's holding you back from learning the language you've always wanted to know?
Too hard.
Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's lessons take just 15 minutes a day.
15 minutes isn't long.
Nope. And they're fun. So you don't realize you're learning a language, but you are. In 3 weeks, you're able to start having conversations. And Babbel's lessons are built around real life.
And with Babbel, it isn't hard.
It's perfect.
Now try Babbel free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Purchase new wiper blades from O'Reilly Auto Parts today and we'll install them for free. See better and drive safer with O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
O'Reilly Auto Parts can help you find a repair shop with our shop referral program. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts or visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Have you gotten your hands on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at HEB yet? Southern Recipe small batch offers big, bold flavors like hot honey, spicy dill, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Bonus, you're going to love the low-carb, high-protein crunch. Turn snack time from ordinary to extraordinary with flavorful pork rinds. Pick up your favorite flavors of Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at HEB today.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Let's go!
Hi, it's Jason Minix. You're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Trying to figure out the music. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. What is this, Pledge?
Happy music.
Well,
Stars.
Stars. I don't understand.
Sounds like you're in outer space. Stars. The Cowboys wear a star in the helmet. They have a bunch of stars that played for them.
There you go.
Jerry Jones is the biggest star of them all.
Well, I mean, all of that
true.
is very true, and I appreciate those words actually coming out of your mouth. I'm just trying to figure out the music. Is this a band, or is it just some random music that you found on some music library?
Random music.
All right.
It said Dallas Cowboys.
Stars.
Stars.
Oh, nice.
Could be the Dallas Stars.
Could be.
Could be, I don't know, some sort of famous DJ. Maybe it was the Diplo. I have no idea. Anything is possible.
He's never that good.
Yeah, dude. I am ready for Cowboy fans to lose their minds in the next 5 days.
Uh-huh.
Jerry, you said we were going to be all in. Legal tampering period is going to begin, and the Cowboys aren't going to do a damn thing. But, Jerry, you said we were going to be all in. And you're going to hear this guy going here and this guy going there and all the free agency fun having with every organization but the Dallas Cowboys. But Jerry said we're going to be all in.
Yeah.
Cowboys don't do this. And they don't have the money to be big free agency players, although they are freeing up some money to get under the cap before, the start of the league year because, there's a deadline. So they can restructure all kinds of contracts. Like today, they restructured one Zack Martin.
Zack Martin is just a team guy, isn't he? Now, he got a big check today, I guess, because that's what they do, right? They just convert that into a bonus.
Yeah.
So good for him. He's going to have a nice off season. But I mean, he does that. You never, there's never any problem. Yeah, I'll do it. And most of those guys do that.
Well, they all do that. I mean, you get it now, you convert it. I mean, the money is the same.
Dak doesn't do it.
Dak will do it, and Dak has done it.
Uh-huh.
And don't be surprised if over the next couple of days you hear that they have done something to Dak's contract, not the extension, but they did a little and all of a sudden, and people are going to lose their mind. Oh, he's not getting the extension. Jerry's going to, no, it's just accounting. It's just something over that Brendan accounting said, we need to do this so we can get to here. It's a shell game that they're playing. Dak will still get his extension at some point this offseason, but in the next week or so, they might do some maneuvering, just to free up some money so they can go shopping on the bargain bin. They're not at Neiman Marcus, but they might be over at Dollar General, or you're in there in the sale item that's over there where you either find a shirt that's a small or a 4X, never in your size, but it is on sale and it looks nice, and you go look and you realize, well,
that's small. Yeah. That's why, because nobody buys smalls.
Nobody except Pledge.
Pledge buys smalls,
but he's a large. But he likes schmedium.
Schmedium, showing off the muscles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not really there unless you're wearing schmedium.
Right.
All of a sudden, Pledge looks like a wrapped ham.
A wrapped ham. Oh my!
Pledge never knew he had a bulge till the shirt doesn't fit right, and he's like, looks like a wrapped ham.
Yeah.
Hell, that's how I look when I put on a medium shirt.
Well, that's the problem, right? I mean, it's just that it's the gut.
Yeah, that's it.
The gut.
If the shirt doesn't fit right, you look like you got a wrapped ham.
And it's uncomfortable, isn't it?
It's almost Easter. Yes.
Yeah, it really is.
Maybe wrapped ham.
Wrapped
there
ham.
You go.
I don't think I want to Pledge wrapped ham. I mean, my goodness. I think I'll get something else for Easter now. Kind of ruined it for me.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did I?
You did.
Really?
Where do I stick my meter? Good for Zack Martin. I bet he looks like a wrapped ham. A wrapped whole pig. I mean, he's a big dude. Right?
I didn't know that was going to enthrall you the way it has. I mean, your Easter dinner is not going to be a ham. Your Easter dinner is going to be whatever they're serving at the Las Vegas airport.
That's true.
Or a drive-through after we land.
We get home in time for a nice Easter dinner.
No, you don't.
We don't? Sure we do.
You get home in time to order a pizza.
Okay.
Or to stop somewhere. You're not landing in time to cook. You're not landing in time, and you're not going to have the energy, I would imagine, to go home and invite the grandkids over and hunt for Easter eggs in the backyard at Pappy Reinagle's. That ain't going to happen.
Pappy, huh? Have to do that on Monday. Yeah, I don't know when that's happening. That's a good point.
Exactly. I mean, you could change your flight and come home Saturday so you can wear the Easter Bunny outfit.
Nah, I don't think so.
There you go.
I think it'll be good. Yeah, I don't know. Easter's not the family doesn't come to the house, our house on Easter. It's more of they go somewhere else. So I'm not too concerned about that.
Good.
And
but you've been fixated on a wrapped ham now. Like you're gonna go home and make a ham sandwich.
Well, there's
maybe
some
go
things,
home and get a nice spiral ham.
Some things you say and it sticks in your head.
Well, because it's true.
Like
you've never thought about a fat guy in a tight shirt and damn, you look like you got a wrapped ham down there.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about Pledge in a schmedium, with his gut hanging out, and I'm like, "You have a gut, Pledge?"
Only when he's wearing a shirt that's too. I mean, but it's like the hot chick that oh, you can't see my ab definition. I'm fat. Shut up.
What's there?
Yeah.
It's somewhere in there. I think we all have that.
Yeah.
It's just there's
mine's well protected.
Yes.
My abs are showing, you just can't see them.
Uh-huh. Yeah, of course they're there. Well, let's say every good carpenter builds a shed over his tools.
Is that what they say?
That's what they say, I think. Yeah.
I think that saying went out with the 70s, but whatever.
Well, what is it now then? If you got something better, let me know. I always kind of like that one.
210-656-ESPN. Best dad joke for Joe Reinagel. 210-656-3776. I know we all have some good dad jokes.
It's a good day for a dad joke call in.
Sure.
Yeah, right.
Sure,
yeah.
Why not?
Come on, I want to hear it.
Why not?
Let's hear it.
Absolutely.
If you're on YouTube, throw it on there. Or
Joe's like
Carrot
Top. He needs some new material.
The Carrot, you saw him. Did he need new material?
Some of his jokes were really good. Some of them he's been saying for 30 years.
I got you. All right. I wouldn't know.
And he told the worst joke ever. And he actually said it on our show when he was on, and I didn't even think he said, man, that dude, that sucks. What did I say when he gave that bad joke? And he actually used it in his show. And it went over like the lead balloon during a show like it did.
Oh, the Usher one.
Yes.
Yeah,
we got the Super Bowl coming. 80,000 people and only one Usher. I'm like, dude, that's bad.
Yeah, that's not good.
And it got zero reaction in the at the theater too. None.
Well, it was kind of a dumb joke.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounded good when he probably thought about it while sitting on the John going, yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, that's not good.
See, that's another thing in my head that's not going to go away. Carrot Top sitting on the pot. Jeez.
Well, where do you come up with your good material?
What the hell?
Not everybody plays solitaire while they're there.
I do. I'm addicted to it.
I know.
What can I say? Oh, man.
As you think about the start of free agency, there is one guy that's gotten a jump start on everybody. And it will be interesting to see how Russell Wilson impacts the quarterback market in free agency. Probably the best quarterback on the free agent market is Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
Right? But does Russell Wilson change that? Because Russell Wilson probably only costs you a little over $1 million. If Russell Wilson isn't trying to command more money or a longer term deal, because he is getting so much money from the Broncos. By all accounts, he's cheap. And you look at his numbers from last year, he's not done, but he's close to being done. He's not your quarterback of the future, but he can be a good bridge quarterback until you get one for maybe a year or two. How does Russell Wilson play this? I'm going to take a 1-year prove-it deal, or I want a couple of years if I'm going to come here. But is he going somewhere where he thinks he's going to be a starter or at least have a chance to compete as a starter? And I say it that way because does that affect the market for Kirk Cousins, who is also a bridge quarterback? But he's going to cost you $50 million.
Yeah, boy, for Russell Wilson, it's I'm wanting to go somewhere to win. Like, he doesn't need the money, right? I mean, he doesn't. He's been paid handsomely. He doesn't need the money, but it looks like he still wants to play and wants a shot at another Super Bowl. So I'm looking at teams that, need a quarterback to get them over that hump. And I think if you're Russell Wilson, that's what you do. And you play for the minimum. I mean, and because look, he's going to retire pretty soon. He's not one of these 45-year-old guys that's going to be still playing.
It depends. He apparently met with the Giants, apparently had an exploratory meeting, whatever the hell that means with
I
Pittsburgh.
have no idea.
So we're not giving you a meeting, but we'll give you a kind of meeting. I don't know what that means, but in Pittsburgh looks like it would be a good fit for them to have in place.
I think so too.
If you're Russell Wilson, you look at Kenny Pickett and say, well, I could beat that guy out. If you're Kenny Pickett, you go, bring it on, Russ. I can beat you out. All right. The good quarterback competition. He would have a chance, play well, kind of get back into that gold jacket conversation. He was in it, then he wasn't. I heard a comparison, kind of like Kurt Warner after he left the Giants. Things weren't going well, ends up at Arizona, and probably earns that gold jacket with what he did, ultimately finishing with the Cardinals. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
You throw Atlanta in the mix, even though we're not hearing a lot about Atlanta, but Atlanta could be Justin Fields, could be Kirk Cousins. But if he's only $1 million, do you not kick the tires a little bit more on Russ? What about Minnesota? I mean, Minnesota, we've heard Trey Lance's name. Could he be a guy that could be kind of a bridge guy or kick the tires guy? Would you want a Trey Lance or a Russell Wilson if you're the Vikings?
Well, you don't want a Russell Wilson because you're rebuilding if you're the Vikings. So that's why Trey Lance, I think, makes sense there. You get an opportunity to see if he's got anything, if he's, as bad as he was in San Francisco, or can he be better than that and where he was drafted. So I think for Russell Wilson, you're looking at a Pittsburgh. You're looking at somewhere where that's all they need. And that quarterback is get them over the hump. Plus, Pittsburgh is more of a, how am I going to say, they don't use the long ball, right, as much. They're more of a physical, grinded out, kind of short pass.
Run, play action pass kind of offense with some weapons there.
Sure. And so he wouldn't have to be the guy that's going to have to go in there and win it. Look, I think, and I'm not a big Russell Wilson fan necessarily, but I think he got screwed. I say he got screwed. He got paid. All right.
Sure,
so, but obviously, the coach there, Nathaniel Hackett, was a hack, right? He was terrible. And so I think that screwed him up. And then Sean Payton comes in. It's obvious he doesn't want Wilson. And that system, from everything I've read, doesn't fit with the way Wilson plays football. So, he needs to get somewhere where he doesn't have to be the guy, but he's a quality quarterback, and that can get a team over the hump.
When you look at Russell Wilson, who on his rookie deal got to a couple of Super Bowls, hasn't been back since he's been paid, kind of that definition, the poster of, your Super Bowl window is when your quarterback is on a rookie deal. You look at the Texans, right now their window is going to be the widest open while CJ Stroud is on that rookie deal. Now, you could look around at other teams, like the Kansas City Chiefs, say, well, you can win with a paid quarterback. But, with the quarterback on a rookie deal, with superstars on rookie deals, gives you your best opportunity to win. And then your Russell Wilson, by no fault of his own, did he go down as being one of the worst trades, if not the worst trade in NFL history, which has created some great memes. Like, I don't know if you saw the one, O.J. Simpson had a better ride with the Broncos than did Russell Wilson. That one's funny as hell.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, it's not like he asked to go to the Broncos, but with what they gave him and the contract on top of that, what they gave up to get him. And Russell's a very prideful guy. And that's why I wonder, is he willing to play for just $1 million on a 1-year prove-it deal? Like Baker Mayfield had no choice.
Sure.
He bet on himself. He proved it. And he's going to end up getting paid. If you're Russ, are you going to do that? Or in these exploratory meetings, are you asking for 2 years? Are you asking for 3 years? Are you asking for more guaranteed money? Because I think Russell Wilson is an attractive quarterback for a lot of teams if he's $1 million.
Oh, of course. I mean, yeah, if you get a Russell Wilson for $1 million, you're good. Look, I think the guy still got a little left in the tank. If he's asking, maybe that's what the exploratory. Hey, what are you looking for? Let's start there. I mean, where are you feeling? What are you feeling right now? So let's start there, and then, well, we're not interested. If you're looking for a 3-year deal, we're not interested. But if it's a 1-year deal, or maybe a 1 year with an option for another, then maybe you start talking.
Well, I mean, as I say all this, and this is Friday spaghetti on the wall. Jerry is talking up Trey Lance right now, probably trying to drive up his value for a potential maybe trade to Minnesota. Go back to what Jerry said on the bus about Trey Lance when he did his interview on the bus at the Combine in Indianapolis a week ago today.
Arrow's really exceeded expectations as a person, as a worker, character. He's got unique skills, very much what we planned on, hoped. When we gave the pick, we knew we would be paying the bonus right now. That was a part of the same decision.
Yeah. Not once does he say what a great quarterback he is.
Well,
he's a good guy, and he's a hard worker.
Got the breakfast sandwich order correct every day for. I mean, there's all of that, but I mean, everything is positive, and yeah, we're paying that bonus. We knew we were. It's not a big deal.
Sure.
We knew what we were getting into when we made that trade. But Minnesota, we like them.
Yeah.
So it's going to cost you if you want them. What if things go very south with conversations with Dak when the Cowboys and Todd France actually talk? Because according to reports, they haven't even done that yet, which I find hard to believe. You work a trade for Dak, get him to sign off. Is Russ a Band-Aid quarterback? How good is Russell Wilson right now for just about any team out there as a bridge quarterback? If you put him in a system like with Pittsburgh, you already have some weapons there. So you're not relying on him to be the guy to get you over the top. You're just kind of like Trent Dilfer. Just don't screw it up.
That's exactly right.
And Russell could be that guy. Look at his numbers from last year.
Good.
With Denver compared to the year before, which the Hackett year is that weird one-off. What the hell happened? Pete Carroll was a genius. He saw this coming. But then you look at last year, you go, all right, Russ still has a lot left in the tank.
Numbers were very similar to Lamar Jackson's numbers.
And for $1 million to get that kind of quarterback,
absolutely,
at that kind of price, give him his own office. Who cares?
You know what? I think he's going to sign somewhere. I just believe that he will, and I think Pittsburgh, at least it looks like that's where he's going. Can you imagine him though in New York? I mean, my gosh, with the Giants. That would be be unbelievable.
Well, and again, you're going to compete with Davey if they lose Saquon. Well, that's not very attractive.
Pittsburgh looks like the place because I really believe with that defense, you don't have to do a lot. You just don't want to screw it up, and I think that would be a perfect spot for a Russell Wilson.
I think Pittsburgh, I think Minnesota, or maybe Atlanta. I mean, if you're Atlanta, I mean, you already have some weapons. If the Justin Fields trade is too expensive, Kirk Cousins is $50 million. I mean, and again, there's pretend you're shopping for a car, man. I like this one, but this one's about the same, but it's how much cheaper?
A hell of a lot cheaper.
None of them are, neither Kirk Cousins or Russell Wilson are long-term answers.
No,
but that also allows you to draft somebody. Probably not in the first round, but you could start the development process, go from there. I could certainly see Russell Wilson changing the quarterback market where a couple 3 weeks ago, all right, Kirk Cousins, you're going to Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Gonna be interesting to see.
$1 million. How do you pass on Russ for a lot of teams?
I don't know.
I mean, what about New Orleans? I mean,
they got their car.
I mean, again, car is expensive. You're not going anywhere in that. I mean, do you want the Altima or the Bronco? Which one do you want? One's $1 million.
Yeah, he's not going to New Orleans. But I got a question for you.
All right.
Why are comedians afraid of ghosts?
Why?
They can't handle the booze. Thanks to Brian Bartles for that dad joke.
Yeah, we need some more dad jokes.
There's another one.
Why do fathers take an extra pair of socks when they go golfing?
Why, Jason?
In case they get a hole in one.
Love it. Keep them coming. I want to hear some more dad jokes.
See, Reinagel has an event this weekend.
I
where
need some
he
material.
needs all the material
Yeah.
he can, because the situation he's going to be in is going to require small talk with a bunch of people he doesn't really know.
Yes.
So send all the bad jokes.
I need them all.
He needs them all.
Let's hear it.
Absolutely. You can comment on the YouTube channel, San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up while you're there. We'd also like to hear from you as well. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. You know, I started the Invisalign process, I guess, about a month ago from Smile Structure Dentistry and Braces, because I moved on to Tray 4 today. Tray 4 of 21 as I go through the Invisalign. If you are thinking about Invisalign, if a dentist has talked to you about it before, I can tell you, being a month in, it's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. And knowing that it's a 21-week process, I love that. If it's been a while since you've been to the dentist, you need to go to the dentist. If you've been thinking about Invisalign, or you know the kids need braces, Smile Structure Dentistry and Braces will get you taken care of. Go see my dentist, Dr. Smith, over at Smile Structure. They are a general and family dental practice that can handle every aspect of your dentistry needs. General dentistry, oral surgery, if you need a filling, a crown, just a whitening, dental implants, wisdom teeth extraction. They do it all there at Smile Structure. And right now you can get a free exam and x-rays when you mention 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. It's spring break time. Get your kids to go see the dentist. Don't neglect their teeth. Don't neglect yours. I did for a long time. Getting all that taken care of now. Book that appointment at smilestructure.com. They offer a Medicaid, and all PPO insurance is accepted there, and they have a dental savings plan if you don't have dental insurance. They are veteran-owned and operated, and they offer discounts to uninsured veterans. They do have 5 San Antonio locations. Book that appointment online. Go to the website, smilestructure.com. Smilestructure.com.
Riding home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass? Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now, you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text ENERGY to 200-300 for your free consultation on top-quality affordable windows or patio doors for no dollars down, no payments, and no interest for a year. That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text ENERGY to 200-300 right now. Text the word ENERGY to 200-300. Don't wait. Text ENERGY to 200-300.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-208-5959. That's 1-800-208-5959. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-208-5959. That's 1-800-208-5959.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
This year, wouldn't you like to stop feeling self-conscious about your receding hairline or thinning hair? Millions of men and women around the world trust Hair Grow from New Nordic as an effective way to get thicker-looking hair. Hair Grow is backed by an exclusive U.S. patent and is clinically proven to promote more hair growth. Ask for Hair Grow at your local Walgreens or shop online at Amazon.com or NewNordicUSA.com. That's new, NORDIC USA.com. Amazon, or ask for Hair Grow at your local Walgreens.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Cowboys play here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Cowboys have reworked the contract for All-Pro right guard Zack Martin. Opens up about $13 million in cap space for 2024. San Antonio Spurs lost a tight one without Victor Wembanyama in Sacramento last night. Spurs head coach Greg Popovich said before the game that Wemby likely to miss the remainder of the Spurs road trip, and the college hoops regular season comes to a close this weekend.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix.
Happy Friday.
Football is Friday.
It is that, but we're still very happy.
Yeah, absolutely. There's plenty of football talk. It's just, Football Friday. Yeah.
Football Friday.
Well, and look, I mean, what I love about what we do is, we always have a great plan coming into the show. And sometimes that plan goes out the window because you take a hard left turn and you start talking about today's dad jokes.
Dad jokes.
And the dad jokes that we're seeing on our YouTube channel are pretty incredible and good. Comment there, the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. Now, a couple of things. And I'm seeing here in the comments, and we try to be open and honest about everything.
Absolutely,
right?
yes.
Apparently, some of you get interrupted in the middle of the show with a commercial.
Uh-huh.
Those come from YouTube.
Right.
We don't control that.
Have no control over it.
But YouTube runs commercials and programs that a lot of people watch.
Yes.
So that's actually a compliment to you guys all watching.
Yes.
But YouTube inserts a commercial because, well, there's a lot of people watching, and that's what they do. So it's 30 seconds. We're coming back, but we don't control that.
No, we don't.
So that bitch complaint department, I don't know. Whatever we don't control that. That is beyond our control. Those aren't our commercials. They're not our advertisers. We don't get any of that. It just happens.
But thank you,
yes.
because it is a compliment to you for watching. So thank you very much.
Yes. As our company here, we sell a lot of digital television and all that. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, those only go to where people are watching. And they're generally targeted to you. And that means, YouTube has decided you're logged in, you're watching this advertiser here. This message is going to resonate with you. But don't get mad at us. It ain't us.
It ain't us. And you only have to watch it for like 3 seconds. You can skip it.
Oh, no, those are the unskippable ones.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they cost more. Yeah, they force you to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
But again, that's a good thing. It helps us pay our rent.
Yes.
So enjoy.
I'm talking about YouTube.
On YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah, no, when you start the program and you watch for a certain amount, you could skip.
Uh-huh.
But in the middle of the show, if it offers you a commercial, you
can't skip those.
Well, some of them are unskippable.
All right.
And if they're unskippable, whoever's sending that to you, they paid more.
Okay.
Just saying.
There you go. Your sales update.
Yes. Manuel says, why do mermaids wear seashells?
Why, Jason?
The B's are too small and the D's are too big.
I love that.
My neighbor Hal.
Hal's got a dad joke.
Oh, well, my neighbor Hal. Let's see if I show this on. It gives up. From my dad jokes desk calendar. Now, those of you that know Hal, are any of you surprised that he has a daily desk calendar for dad jokes? That's a joke in and of itself.
Not surprised.
And now I'm jealous. I don't have one of these. For Friday, March 8th, the dad joke today, to the person who stole my copy of Microsoft Office, I will find you. You have my word.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, bend over.
That's the dad joke.
That's a joke in itself.
Yes. I think that's a fake name.
He says, my father told me never to get old. I should have listened to him.
Thanks, Ben.
How about that? Now, bend over, but that's the after hours joke.
Uh-huh. Yes. Or here's another one from Hal. I guess this must be coming from tomorrow because he's flipped up a page. And Hal is way too neat to rip off Fridays before the end of the day because he might forget what day it is. So he's got to wait till actually tomorrow. My boss asked why I only get sick on work days.
And what'd you tell him?
I said it must be my weakened immune system. That's actually pretty good.
Some of these are fun. AD says, what did the Buffalo say to his son after dropping him off at school? Bison.
Uh-huh.
Bison.
Oh, hey, Rob, you're on
guys.
the Blitz.
It's
What is
awesome.
your bad dad joke?
Hey, guys, did you know that most bald men still own a comb?
No.
Yeah, they just can't part with it.
Nice job,
I
Rob.
resemble that joke.
Nice job, Rob. Very good. You guys are good. Keep them coming. I'm writing all of these down. I'm going to be the hit this weekend.
Pledge chiming in. Oh, wait. Well,
That's
this isn't
Ryan?
from Pledge. This is from Ryan. See, this is one thing. When San Antonio Sports Star comments, Ryan, you should actually sign your name so I know who it's coming from.
Well, it depends on how you like the joke or not.
Well, I mean, this one was good.
You're going to blame
No, see,
Pledge.
this one was good. I was going
Yeah.
to credit Pledge. Now I got to credit Ryan, and I should, because this is an old Marine joke, apparently. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up alone?
Why?
Because it was too tired.
Oh, my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are too funny,
Mm-hmm.
all of you. But keep them coming. I need them. We want them. It's Friday. Let's have some fun.
Oh, man. Some of the jokes that come in are really good. This one from Lisa.
Is it? Wait a minute.
Hey,
can we read that on the air?
Well, this isn't really a dad joke, but it kind of fits with at a wedding party recently, someone yelled, "All married people, please stand next to the one person who has made your life worth living." The bartender was almost crushed to death.
That is good. That is good.
Oh, man. Jason, what dad joke do you have, man? You're on the Blitz.
Hey, this is Jason.
Yeah, Jason, great name, man.
Joke for you.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah. Well, you know what happened? I bought I'm not proud of this, but I bought a pair of shoes the other day from a drug dealer, and I don't know what he laced them with, but I've been tripping all day.
Yeah, that one's pretty good, man.
Very good.
But
very
apparently
good.
not Hey Dudes because they don't have laces.
Very nice. Very nice. Oh.
Man, and there's some that I just don't know if we could say on the
not sure that
radio
we can either, but,
that are on the YouTube. I mean, those are purely online, but those are good too. Those are good too. Maybe not for mixed company or with kids in the car or FCC compliant. Let's do the headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
You know, it is a Friday, and a lot of times our football Fridays, we celebrate those because high school football kicking off the weekend.
Yeah.
Friday nights are sacred for high school football.
Yeah.
I have said that for years. Every high school coach knows that. Every college coach knows that, even the ones that end up playing on a Friday. And they will all tell you, like Jeff Traylor, man, I hate it. And Jeff Traylor is a high school football coach at heart, right? Yet there are a lot of college games on Friday. And if you're like UTSA, you get national TV, you go do it. I mean, you're not happy about it, but you go and do it. Fox is looking to cash in with new Friday night college football package. Looks like, hey, they have found another opportunity there, and there is going to be, it looks like, more and more college football, big time college football on Friday nights.
Yeah, well, apparently Fox and ESPN are going head to head because, it's football, right? And I'm with you. I think that should be sacred and reserved for high school football. And that's the concern when I'm reading this article is that, Fridays have been taboo for television stations and networks to do it because of high school football, because there's a lot of people that aren't watching TV at that time. So interesting, but it looks like Fox is going to get into the Friday night college football business.
It's interesting, and I'm not a fan of it because Friday nights are sacred.
Yeah.
I've broadcasted high school football in San Antonio for 26 years. And I can tell you, even before COVID, depending on the game, the attendance hasn't been what it is. The interest is certainly still there.
Sure.
The tweets during the game. We have the 210varsity.com website with all the scores. I mean, they're, bigger games, good teams, big followings, stadiums are packed. But, high school football administrators or school districts or schools, whatever, they are trying to do things to make sure more people are coming to games because there's just so many other things to do.
Right.
And I don't know if it's because there's fewer on-campus stadiums anymore. You got other school activities. You just have things, but, getting people to games on a consistent, if you've noticed, they've kind of gone away from as many Thursday night games and Saturday games because they want people there on Friday night. High schools are already facing that battle. To add in, a UTSA home game or a UT home game or an A&M home game on a Friday that they've got to compete with, high schools aren't going to be any happier about this because they're already trying to figure out what can we do to make sure people are coming to games. Remember this year, they started to move some kickoff times to 7. Maybe we'll the less time after school, go to the game, and then you can still go do whatever on Friday night because the game's going to be over at 9:30.
I'm still all for that.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly, Spurs games ought to start at 7:00.
Well, and
I've always said that.
At least with high school football, if it says 7:30, it's 7:30. Not tip at 7:30, but it's really 7:48, right? But there's already so many different things that are an uphill battle for high school football. And look, whatever team you follow, whatever school you follow, if you're in the boat that I'm talking about. And if you're a team that's typically struggling or, hell, you're a good team, but you're playing a team that you're going to win, it's going to be 50-0 at halftime. Especially students, I'm not going to that.
Right.
Moms and dads are there. Typical high school football fans are there. Now, I appreciate it because they're still listening on the radio. They're keeping up with it, but are they going to the games? And that's one of the reasons why you don't see a lot of high school football games live on Friday night. You got to get a special exemption for that. You can do Thursday games. You can do Saturday games, but Friday nights is off limits according to the UIL.
It should be. But look, Fox knows there's money to be made. ESPN knows there's money to be made. So they're going to do it. Football and sports in general are the only things that people make appointments to watch anymore. You just don't watch anything else by appointment. Used to be that, you had your shows on, right? Friends and stuff like that. And Desperate Housewives, people would get together,
you're
right?
Old.
Right.
NCIS is still on.
Well,
Law and Order still on. You could go with something a little more recent.
That's not appointment television.
No, man,
it's all out with those things. That's what I'm saying.
It's all on the DVR now. I mean, that's the thing is even if they are your shows, because of the DVR, I don't have to watch it on Thursday at 7.
That's right. and all the other things, right? Netflix,
Except for games.
right? Games, you have to do it, and that's why Netflix is getting into the sports business with that boxing match that they're going to do. I mean, they know, and that's it. It's just a fact. It's the only appointment television left.
What I find interesting is we talk about Fox looking now at a Friday night package. There's also talk right now. The NFL is trying to tell college football, dude, you know we're kings, and you know we are going to crush you, and your expanded playoff is getting in the way of us because we like that Saturday after the traditional college football where we can have 3 Saturday games. Well, you guys are going to try to put your playoffs in there, and you want to really see where you guys rank against us, the NFL. Because college football is like, hey, NFL boys, can you stay on Sunday and give us that Saturday? And the NFL saying no. But college football knows they can't compete, even in the playoffs, with the NFL.
I don't know. I mean, it depends on who's playing, right? I would rather watch a college football playoff game than, I don't know, no offense, Pledge, but the Texans playing the Cleveland Browns. I mean, honestly.
I mean, dude, CJ against Deshaun Watson.
Well, maybe that's a bad.
Are you watching Alabama take on the MAC champion? I mean,
if it's that.
But that's what I'm saying though. It's the weekend where they're going to have 3 of the college or the what weekend was it? Where there's 3, the NFL Saturday where they have the 3 games,
right?
And you wonder, and the NFL is trying to say, hey, college football, you want to play those on Friday? Because we're not giving up Saturday. We already took that Saturday. That's ours now. And if you want your ratings to be the way, but they don't want to cannibalize each other either.
No, they don't.
Because I think the NFL is still probably going to win.
But a lot of the people will watch college football.
Or you're going back and forth.
Yeah.
You got 2 TVs set up, hanging out at the Roo Pub, whatever it is you're doing. But neither one is going to maximize their audience potential if they are going head to head.
That solves the problem. Go to the Roo Pub. You can watch both.
True,
at the same time.
But that doesn't help the ratings guy. So I mean, right?
Yeah.
And that's both want to maximize their audience potential. So how much, NFL probably still wins.
Yeah.
But do they win by as much? And if you're college football, depending on and at this point, nobody knows, but it will depend on the matchup.
Sure.
And as the NFL is going to release its schedule in May, does the NFL say, you know what, we're going to put the Cowboys on a Saturday. Here's 2 birds up, college football. Don't come to our territory.
Right.
You wonder.
Yeah,
Or
interesting.
Or do they put some dogs on there to help out college football?
It will be interesting to see. And I'm happy that college football has expanded, but you don't think about these kind of issues and problems. So they'll get it worked out. Everybody will be happy.
No.
Everybody will be happy.
There's always somebody that's unhappy.
Well,
there's always somebody that's unhappy.
They'll be happy.
There'll be somebody unhappy.
Well, they won't have a choice. They'll just have to go along.
Well, I mean, that's normal.
Sure.
But they'll still be unhappy.
Okay.
Somebody will bitch about something.
I'm sure.
I mean, you're somebody that knows that you're going to find something to bitch about on a daily basis.
Of course.
Yes.
Because that's my job.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you look at
I'm
it
a
that way.
truth teller, baby. That's it.
What does that mean? You got to bitch about something?
You got to bitch about something that's wrong.
Mm-hmm. Headline, gambling service flags late line movement ahead of UAB's blowout win over Temple. It is kind of interesting with everything that's going on in the gambling world, how much closer it seems like everybody is paying attention to various things.
Yeah.
Or has it always been that way? It's just more headline worthy now because gambling is no longer a taboo topic to talk about.
Yeah, but this is the problem. And you're talking about this story between our UAB beat Temple and they beat the hell out of them. But the line moved like 5 points right before the game.
Yeah.
And what I was happy about reading this article was there is actually a service that colleges use to monitor stuff like that. And so this service flagged this deal. And so, that is very odd. And then as it turned out, UAB, just crushed Temple. It started at 2.5, went to 7.5 right away. So obviously everybody's betting on UAB. A lot of people want a lot of money.
And the question is why?
Well, exactly. Did they get some inside information somehow, some way? I mean, seriously. I mean, the game was like a 20-point blowout. It was big, but it started at 2.5, and you're wondering why that was to begin with, and then it goes up to 7.5. It's interesting.
And then there are times where you look at lines, and I think, man, I'm glad I didn't play the points last night because it was Sacramento 10.5 over the Spurs. And with no Wemby, I'd have taken that.
Yeah.
I didn't because
Well, I didn't either.
But I thought about it. And if I would have played, I would have played Sacramento. I just didn't feel good about it. But I'm not confident the Spurs are going to cover 10.5 against Sacramento without Wemby. So I just didn't do anything, right? But it is one of those interesting scenarios when you look at it, because now more than ever, the integrity of the game is just going to be scrutinized. And when you see something odd like that, it does make you wonder. And as a fan, it does make me feel a little bit better, confident, learning that the NCAA has a service that looks for those kinds of things.
Well, I think it's good that they do. And they're the ones that and apparently both schools said, look, we are aware of it and we're looking into it. But I mean, that's the thing that could ruin, the integrity. That's why people like Roger Goodell are so worried about it, because it could ruin the integrity of the game. And you see something like that, and that's an issue. So they've got to get a handle on it.
Well,
for sure.
And John Sobery reminding on our YouTube comments, just look at the UTSA bowl game when some lines were dropping before the Harris announcement that was playing. And we remember asking Jeff Traylor about it. Like, how do those guys know before everybody else?
Yeah.
Because UTSA played that so close to the vest.
They
but
did.
Somehow, Guido, who sets the line in Vegas, was able to figure it out before everybody else. I mean, even we were like, man, I'm hearing stuff, but I haven't seen.
Yeah.
It is bizarre how
it is.
Vegas always knows.
Always. And it is strange. And I'm glad that John brought that up and brought it back to our attention, because he's right. Look, that's the one concern. I think sports gambling is a big reason why Fox is looking to televise college football on a Friday night. There's just so much money now. The interest is there. And a lot of it has to do with sports gambling. Because look, you may watch a game you don't give a damn about. It used to just be because of fantasy football, right?
Yep.
So you want that guy. But if you got money on Houston and Cleveland, you're watching that game even though you might not give a damn.
Yep. Well, I stayed up all late last night watching that Spurs game. It was a good game, but on my underdog fantasy, I had Julian at lower than a half 3-point attempt made. So if he made one, I lose. So I was, rooting for him to keep missing on the couple that he actually took. But all the way down to the end, I had to sweat that till the very end.
Absolutely, you did.
Yeah.
Only one. That was gutsy.
The gutsier one that I had last night was Trey Jones with more than 1.5 points in the first quarter. And he did make one bucket.
Wow.
Finish of the quarter with 2 points.
How about that?
Yeah. I won some cash last night. I was happy about
Good
that.
for you.
But
Good for you.
But yeah, I mean, to your point, you watch because of for a variety of reasons now that maybe weren't necessarily in play a decade ago.
Absolutely. And so that's why they've got to protect the integrity of the game. They have to. And so when you see stories like this UAB Temple story, makes you wonder. Or the UTSA game. Got to protect it.
Texas Ranger fans, get ready to buy a whole bunch of new jerseys. The Rangers have unveiled their World Series commemorative gold-trimmed uniforms for this year.
They're nice. They don't look a whole lot different.
Well, they look exactly the same, but with gold trim.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
which is the way they are. But if you want the championship jersey, if you're gonna roll around in a Garcia 53, If it doesn't have the gold trim, everybody's going to know your jersey's a year old.
Right.
You got to get a new one. The peer pressure is on you to go buy. And look, it's the Fanatics one now, so it's see-through. It's going to be sexy. You got it all.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, the shirts aren't see-through. It's just the pants.
Well, I mean, the shirts are, but most of them wear an undershirt. It's the same material.
Maybe,
but nobody cares about seeing
that.
a mam's boob. But I mean, yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Gold trim.
Gold trim.
Gold trim.
You wear some gold underwear too, and then matches the whole outfit because you can see it.
Most people I know don't buy the whole uniform. They just buy the jersey, Joe.
Well, I'm talking about the ball players. Do they make gold-colored underwear?
I'm sure you could get gold drawers if you wanted
Think
them.
so?
Yes. I mean, you can get drawers in a variety of colors and styles with various prints on them. I mean, you do have more than just tighty-whities in the drawer, right?
I've all different colors. Yes, of course. Well, when it's hard to buy underwear anymore when it's not, a bunch of different colors.
What?
It's hard to do. When you get a 3-pack, they're usually 3 different colors.
Well, sure. Or all one color. Or all white. It's not difficult.
Well, why do you want to be boring like that?
Well,
you got to get the colors.
Sure.
Yeah. I feel like a blue day today.
Funny. A blue with stars on them.
Oh my gosh. They really don't give a damn.
Oh, you
and
just asked.
That was not necessary. I did not
You
ask.
just asked.
I didn't ask.
You could get underwear with a variety of zoo animals on there if you will.
You can. Yeah.
You
can.
I mean,
you got any zoo animals, Minix?
Actually, I don't.
I don't either.
But you can. You get ads for them.
Dude.
You want the elephant, you want the lion, you got it all. Good Lord.
Where's the lion? And does he roar? Holy cow. I mean, you can get an elephant.
I'm glad it took you that long to figure it out.
Wow, goodness gracious.
Yes, quite the trunk you have.
Yes, it sure is. Or not that impressive. One of the two.
It's not a baby elephant.
Well, their trunks are pretty long right out of the gate.
What's that thing called? A tuggy that Joe got?
Yes.
Yeah, what was it? A Snuggie?
No.
What's it called? What did Gillespie give you?
Was it a Snuggie?
I don't know. I mean, it's a warmer though. It's not really.
That was a tuggy.
Tuggy?
Y'all have to look. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've pulled that thing out.
Well, it's not cold. When it was cold, it didn't fit.
See that? I'll never have to worry about frozen anything. I'm in good shape. Thank you, Lisa.
The question is, when it's cold, though, does it still fit?
It's just a lot more room.
So the answer
not
is
quite
no.
as snug.
Yes. Hey, what's that on the floor? Oh, damn, the Snuggie fell off. Snuggie or Tuggy?
I'll have to look. I really don't remember. I can't remember what it's called.
Do you still have the box, or is it just
do.
in your underwear drawer?
No, it's in a box.
So you wear it and you put it back in the box?
I hate to break it to you, Lisa, but I don't wear it, and so it's a novelty.
Well, I think most novelties go back in the box. But they still, but you go to the novelty store. I mean, you use them and you put them in the drawer.
Without sounding like a complete creeper, I did try that thing on though. I mean, put it back in the box.
So you have worn it.
Well, yeah. I mean, how do you not? Right? So, hey, look at this. Woo, dun-da-da. We got a good 12 inches here.
Yeah, I see Joe walking around the house with just this Snuggie on. Maggie, go put that back in the box.
Yeah, back in the box. Woo.
Honey, that doesn't do much for you. That's too big.
There's a lot of room in there. You can get your hands in there too. I mean,
wow.
That's not.
And I saw the box. It said small. What are you saying, man?
Small? It didn't say that. It
really
said
did.
one size fits all is what it said.
That's
Yeah,
not what it said.
I'm pretty sure it did.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna have to go home and look at the box.
That was
now.
part of the joke.
I'm gonna have to go home and look at the box. I think it was a tuggy or a tug. Oh, well,
it was a warmer. Whatever you want to call it, it was a warmer.
Yes.
Yes. Good Lord. Ryan Engel going back to the house so he can wear it around the hotel this weekend down in Houston.
No.
Absolutely, man. Any kind of assist for the road win, you're good to go.
Well, that might not assist. That might be a detriment.
It's too big.
A foul ball.
Yeah, that's disappointing. Man. Woo. The NFL has awarded the compensatory picks. Dallas is getting extra picks. We'll give you the details coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You know, next weekend is already St. Patrick's Day weekend. Can you believe it already? We're getting close to it. The St. Patrick's Day parties at the Rue Pub, you know, they are legendary. And this year, it's going to be the biggest St. Patrick's Day party ever. Green Bear is going to be flowing all-day party with drink specials, live music from 3 different bands on the stages outdoors, DJs, college hoops inside both the Rue Pub and the Angry Elephant. Sunday, March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. The party at the Rue Pub will start at 11 a.m., and it will be an all-day party, bigger and better than ever before. So make your plans now, a week from Sunday, to be out at the Rue. And between now and then, like big fight coming up on Saturday night, you know the Rue Pub is the go-to spot with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. The food is fantastic. They have happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6. The Rue Pub, just down in the same shopping center as the Big Blind, right next to the Angry Elephant, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Rue.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Classic is set. Monday, March 25th at Golf Club of Texas. With plenty of prizes, including a shot at $50,000 in a trip to the big game. Presented by Sierra Auto Group. Go to sasportstar.com and get signed up. A 4-person scramble, $120 per player to join, or a group of 4 can sign up together for $400. Then, after your round, join the San Antonio Sports Star gang for the after party, where the Blitz will be live at 90 Proof Bar and Grill on the corner of Highway 90 and Lucky Ranch, 10 minutes from Golf Club of Texas. It's San Antonio's Spring Golf Classic, benefiting the Will Smith Foundation. Monday, March 25th, presented by Flight by Yingling and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing. Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Now, during Staples Print Big Sale, get $20 off your print purchase of $100 or more, $50 off your print purchase of $200 or more, and $100 off your print purchase of $300 or more. So the more you print at Staples, the more you save. To demonstrate, print at Staples, you save. But if you print at Staples, you save. See how that works? Staples Print Big Sale. Print more, save more. Up to $100. Ends 4/6. Visit staples.com/print for details.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks.
For life. Babbel for free at babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Ulta Beauty's semi-annual beauty event is happening now. Unleash your love for beauty with 50% off daily beauty steals on hair, skin, makeup, and fragrance. Shop your favorite brands like Tarte and Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Plus, grab perfect hair care pairs from brands like Redken and Olaplex. And check out new arrivals from brands like Charlotte Tilbury and Dyson. Shop the Ulta Beauty semi-annual beauty event online, in-store, or try pickup today. Now through March 28th. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful. Conditions apply.
Woman Breaking Barriers, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Country star Ashley McBryde details how her tough past made for a very bright future.
Sometimes they'll even look at me and say, man, we really love your records. We just don't know what to do with you. Sometimes you are just getting punched in the face over and over. But if you can keep your head on your shoulders and stay on your feet, this is what it looks like.
Protect your home and auto. Save when you bundle. Get a quote at progressive.com.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's the Morning Huddle with Rob Thompson and RJ Ochoa.
Monday on the Morning Huddle, we're talking Spurs, Warriors, and how to finish this season strong. Plus, the legal tampering window in the NFL is about to open. Joe, Roger Clemens is a fan of Dak Prescott. How does that make you feel?
Of course, Roger Clemens is a fan of Dak Prescott. Every sane person is.
Well, why does that matter?
RJ's excited. He talked to Roger Clemens yesterday.
He did.
Played it this morning on the Morning Huddle.
I'd be excited about that too. Roger's
great
good
dude.
guy. I'm a big fan of Roger Clemens.
Absolutely. Remember one time back when the senior tour was a thing, and it used to be played out at Oak Hills.
Right.
And I got to play in the Pro-Am, and Roger Clemens was in our group along with Gary Player, who was a total ass. But Roger was great because I suck at golf, and Gary was not happy that he was stuck with me.
Well, do you blame him?
Well, yeah. You know, I mean, you're playing a Pro-Am. I mean, not everybody's going to be great. Not everybody's a pro, but I was so good that day. He was just insulted.
Did you? Did he give you any lessons or
no? He
tips?
Just no. He just he was just an ass.
He was an ass.
He was an ass.
Did I tell you about the long putt I made when they moved that thing? They moved it to the Dominion, and I played in the Pro-Am.
Everybody has heard about this putt for 20 years.
I don't know how long that thing
178 feet.
I made an eagle. And fortunately for me, because of this great photographer that he is, Marcus Floyd was right there to capture it all. I played that thing on TV for about 3 weeks.
I think it was longer than that, probably 3 years. I mean, it was only 9 feet, but you know the way you edited
9
that.
feet?
Yeah,
are you kidding me?
No, it was a hell of a putt.
I got to find that putt. It was from one end of the green to the other.
Well, sorry, dude, you don't have a VCR anymore.
Man.
Nobody will ever see it.
They've got to have that at the TV station somewhere.
In the old archives, I mean, it's on
the
microfiche.
old archives, yes, right. What's that? That was back in like 2003, I want to say. I mean, it was a long time ago.
It was a hell of a putt.
We've
all seen it. We've all heard about it.
Made an eagle.
Haven't had one like that since.
I have not, unfortunately.
Did you see what's his name? What 3, 4, 5, 8 putt today from about 8
saw
feet?
that. You know, Tommy Fleetwood made a 10 yesterday. I like it when those guys hack it around and kind of look like the rest of us.
Like when Kevin Na had, what was it, a 13 out there at the Texas Open, 18. Yeah, see, that's it. When you play like Minix, man, it's appreciative. I saw our boy Bobby over at Tri-County Meat Market.
Yeah.
He posted a photo yesterday on Facebook that he was about 3 feet from a hole-in-one. It might not even have been 3 feet. It was close. I don't know why you post a near hole-in-one, but it's Bobby, so you understand.
It's Bobby.
And so I commented, did you have to 3-putt from there? He's like, no, I eagled it.
Nice. I've come close to making a hole-in-one. Never have. I've come close many times. And I'm talking close, like almost.
The closest I have ever actually came to a hole-in-one is at the Bandit in New Braunfels. Obviously a par 3. It bounced, it was rolling, and it hit the flagstick and rolled out about 2.5 feet.
Wow.
And I 2-putted. Poured it though.
Well, that's there you go.
I was mad as hell because I thought it was going in. I mean, it was not the greatest of drive, but it hit the green and it was rolling. And I thought I got a chance, and then the flag kept it out.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yep.
I almost won a Harley Davidson at a charity tournament.
Really?
I was that close. Yeah.
Man.
And there was a person down there. The hole was, I don't even remember the golf course, but the hole was kind of hidden. Par 3, hit a beautiful shot. And I knew I hit it great. And the person just never moved. So I get up there to the hole, and the ball mark was right in front of the hole. And it just kind of backed up and went over to the right a little bit instead of going forward. And I was like, man, I really hit that shot good.
You really did.
Too good.
But missed the hole.
Missed the hole. But I made the putt for birdie, so.
You know, coming up on March 25th, our Spring Golf Classic, you will have a shot at a $50,000 hole-in-one, a trip to the big game presented by Ancira Auto Group, our Spring Golf Classic presented by Flight by Yingling. A couple of teams left, and then we're going to be sold out. Get your foursome together and get registered at sasportstar.com, benefiting the Will Smith Foundation. Going to be a great time out at the Golf Club of Texas. Get your foursome signed up. We are this close to being sold out.
And I know everybody that's watching on YouTube is concerned about my white belt. I will be wearing said white belt on Monday, March 25th. So you're welcome.
Well, you've got several of them.
Well, I have
one?
2 of them. Yeah.
Do you know which one?
I don't know yet. It depends on what mood I'm in when I wake up that morning.
You could put a white belt around your head.
Maybe.
You know, or strap it.
Maybe I'll just wear 2 at the same time.
Good Lord.
That might be interesting. But it will be there, so not to disappoint anybody.
All right, Fred,
So
you've
you're
asked
welcome.
for the white belt. Get your foursome signed up
That's
so you
it,
can go
Fred.
see the white belt. sasportstar.com. Now, otherwise, Fred, if you don't play golf, 90 Proof Bar and Grill over there at 90 and Lucky Ranch Road, about 10 minutes from the Golf Club of Texas. That will be the after party. You do not have to play in the golf tournament to come hang out with us for
That's
the
right.
after party.
That's right.
So if you're not a golfer, you can't get off work, you don't have friends, you can come hang out with us in the white belt. In fact, Joe will bring the extra white belt. You could all try it on and take photos with it for charity.
You know what? Maybe so. That's a great
Yes.
idea.
Yes.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Absolutely. And if you show up in a white belt, Joe will buy you a beer.
I will. Sure will. You'll see my buddy Renee.
It will be a Flight by Yingling.
It sure will be.
Yes.
And
Put it on
would
Ryan
be
Eagles'
anyway. Put
flight
it on my tab.
Absolutely. So the NFL has awarded the compensatory picks. Dallas is getting a couple extra picks, one in the 5th round, 39th, and in the 6th round, the 41st. So Cowboys will pick 24th, 56th, 88th, 173rd, 216, 234, and 254.
And the one glaring hole there is that 4th round pick, which is sitting there. What number is Trey Lance? 15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that belongs to him.
Well, I mean, and that's fine. I mean,
that and $5 million, and they got him a Trey Lance.
Here we go. I mean, but the reality is they don't have a 4th rounder as we sit right now. That doesn't mean it won't change, but they do get a couple of extra picks, which was expected. That's kind of how it works. But as you start looking at the upcoming draft, the offseason, that the legal tampering day. Well, I can already hear people on Monday's show. Cowboys aren't doing anything. Jerry said we're going to be all in, and the Cowboys aren't doing, and the Cowboys never do.
They never do.
And they don't have the money. They're not going to be big players in free agency. They surprised us last year with the Gilmore deal and the Cooks deal.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I expect the Cowboys to do. They're not going to be at Neiman Marcus. There's a lot of safeties out there. They're all in a bin in the buy one, get two free section there near the checkout line. I mean, they will add pieces and parts, but probably not in this first week. You're not going to hear a lot of buzz. I would be surprised if we do, but I can already hear the people starting to bitch now. Jerry, you said all in. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he needs to follow through.
Wow.
Come on, Jerry. They don't have the money. That's the problem. Even with a Dak Prescott redo or extension or whatever they're going to do with Dak, they're still not going to have a lot of money to spend.
They're not. And while they do have a lot of holes to fill, don't
they do? Yes.
The Cowboys are, their typical offseason. They're going to take care of their guys.
Build through the draft.
And build through the draft. Well, and again.
That's worked so well for the last 30 years, hasn't it? Wow.
It really has. But in reality, you look at the Cowboys, what do they do at center? Tyler Biadasz.
Yeah.
How do you replace a Tyron Smith? What do you do at running back?
You don't think they'll keep Biadasz?
It depends on what the market is for.
So they just let him walk.
Well, sure.
Wow.
I mean, do you want to overpay for a center? I mean, it's so interesting now that we get into the offseason. Like this morning on Get Up, Greeny seems to think Barkley needs to go to Dallas. Okay. Some think Derrick Henry needs to go to Dallas.
Uh-huh.
All right. I mean, do you spend big money? And was there lack of running ability last year because of the aging offensive line?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's where we are in the conversation, the hamster wheel cycle.
Right.
It's a good thing that the Cowboys are not going to overpay for Tyron Smith, even though I hate the idea that he's going somewhere else, retire. But I think we were all in agreement. Tyron's better days are behind him. When he's available, he's still really good. But all these guys that they've been driving, we've been hearing about Walesko for a while, right? Is what's the center's name? The backup Hoffman?
Brock Hoffman.
Brock Hoffman. Is Brock Hoffman ready to go?
He sounds like a football player.
Yeah, Brock. Yeah, you're a center. I mean, because you look at it, I mean, you got to have a good center.
Sure.
I mean, you think about guys on a football team that don't come off the field. Your center and your quarterback.
Yeah.
Everybody else, you can rotate in and out. You better find yourself a good center.
You got to have a good center.
Tyler Biadasz has been serviceable.
Uh-huh.
But let's be honest. When you're talking about big money for a guy like Tyler Biadasz, how many times have we questioned his ability? He's good, but when Tyron was hurt, the idea of moving Zack Martin out to tackle, they didn't want to do that. Now, they said at the time, well, Zack doesn't want to do that. Or
well, he probably didn't.
Well, but he had done it in the before, and he's good at it.
Well, sure, he's just good.
But is it better to have him there right next to Brock to protect him, to make all the line calls? I mean, that's Brock Biadasz.
Yes.
Is it better to have Zack Martin next to him to help him? You just wonder, and I don't know how to really judge offensive linemen other than, are you the guy that's helping up the quarterback after the replay and I saw that the guy blew right by you, right?
Uh-huh.
But is he worth the money that they are expecting Biadasz to be able to command on the open market?
Well, Connor McGovern wasn't. They let him go.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're going to do the same thing with Biadasz. But, I mean, you got to have guys there. They must think that Hoffman or they're going to draft a center. I don't know what they think sometimes. I just think the center position, if Dak Prescott, who's going to be your quarterback, obviously, is comfortable with Biadasz, then I think you may have to overpay a little bit there. Yes. And I don't think that that's a bad thing. So we'll see what he commands on the open market. But, I mean, good centers, that's pretty hard to find.
Centers are definitely hard to find, harder than you might think. And the loss of Travis Frederick, you just wonder, you go back to when, and granted, it's going back a number of years, obviously, but when the Cowboys had the best offensive line in football, Travis Frederick was leading that group, and you had Tyron Smith, Zack Martin still playing at a high level and extremely durable. You wonder about Terrence Steele last year, not the greatest of years, but coming off of the ACL. So you go into year 2, typically speaking, the guy's going to be more like he was before after that first year.
Right.
So I expect better play out of Terrence. Do you move Tyler Smith to tackle, even though he's developing as, a fantastic guard, but that's the great thing when you got linemen that can play multiple positions or multiple sides.
I think you leave him where he is. The Cowboys are going to have to go out and draft somebody. That's how they're going to build that offensive line again. And I'll give them a lot of credit. They have done well drafting offensive linemen. I think that's been a strength of the Cowboys over the, obviously the recent history. Is that a word?
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, sure.
So I think that they'll do that again. And there are some linemen in this draft that I think are going to be okay. So I think in that sense, the Cowboys are going to try and improve through the draft.
Yeah.
It's the other things that concern me, like middle linebacker, for example. I'm not sure you can do that in the draft and expect that guy to be somebody that can help right away.
Well, and you look at Overshown and what kind of impact he could have coming off of injury from last year. We never really got a taste. Obviously, with whatever Leighton Vander Esch ends up doing, I'm not counting on LVE being back next year.
No.
I hope the Cowboys aren't counting on him being back next year.
Listen to Steven, and you see that they're not.
You think about Mike Zimmer, what he likes. Does Bell go back to being a safety, or are they going to bring some new guys in? You're getting Diggs back. I mean, there are some holes there, but I don't think the Cowboys roster is as bad right now as some people think, knowing that there will be changes just because of Mike Zimmer. And then obviously, guys that you're losing, you're going to replace. Will they be with somebody better or about the same? It's just not, they're gone, and it's a hole that won't be filled.
Well, somebody will fill it.
Somebody
it's just a matter of
somebody will snap the ball. Yes.
Well, yes. It's a matter of how good is that somebody. That's the thing. So, and which is always a crapshoot going through the draft, right? You just don't know. Mozzie Smith, that comes to mind immediately. He wasn't very good this year. It's going to take him a little more time. Cowboys can't afford that. They need to fill that hole, especially center. I think they will, but I'm talking about defensively and stopping the run. They've got to do that. And because that's been a problem now for 2 years.
It really has. And then I'm guilty of this too, but as I say that, listen to your own advice, Minix. But over this weekend, and it's already started, you're going to see a lot of guys get replaced, and you're immediately going to think Cowboys, right?
Right.
With some of them. Or you're going to see contracts, like, the Niners gave their tackle, that McKivitz guy, a 1-year, $7 million deal. See, and I look at that and I go, I would not give that to Tyron Smith if I'm the Cowboys. Right?
You would not.
I would not.
Okay.
Not a 1 year, $7 million at this point, knowing what their cap numbers are. I just don't know, because I know I can't count on them. I don't know what the max is. It's kind of like the Zeke thing last year. Do you give them an insulting offer, or just let them go for that insulting offer somewhere else? You know what I mean? It's
well, I bet they wish they would have given him the insulting offer.
Well, because they didn't have that 1-2 punch.
They did not.
And that does, I mean, the idea of, do you imagine a Derrick Henry and a Tony Pollard as your 1-2 punch? Could you imagine Saquon?
Oh, it'd be fantastic.
Well, Saquon and Rico Dowdle, because you're not getting Saquon and Tony Pollard.
I don't. Saquon's not coming to the Cowboys.
I doubt
Derrick Henry's not coming to the Cowboys.
Oh, Derrick lives in Dallas.
I don't care.
All right,
he's not coming.
Just saying, it's possible.
Do we know Jerry Jones?
Do we know Jerry Jones? Yes,
he's not coming.
Why? Why?
Well, they're going to be too expensive for one thing.
Well, there's that. And again,
And they don't have the money.
Well, I think it's more likely that you end up with a Derrick Henry than a Saquon Barkley.
I mean, it would be. Can you imagine the excitement?
Well, I mean,
if a Derrick Henry did come,
Derrick Henry at 30 is going to have a very different market than Saquon Barkley.
Sure.
Derrick Henry is going to be looking at a short 1 or 2 year offer, more than likely. I'd be surprised if he got anything more than that. Saquon is probably looking at 3 or 4 years.
Sure, because what is he, 27, I think?
Yeah.
26, 27?
Just age.
But injuries have been a problem for him. So, this running back market, I don't think is going to change much. And I just don't see the Cowboys being players there. I wish they would. I mean, I'd be excited as hell to see a Derrick Henry in a Cowboy uniform. It'd be fantastic.
I mean, you're a Tennessee Titan fan. I don't recall the Titans having a great offensive line, right?
Well, yeah, it was all right. They didn't have a very good quarterback.
All right. So imagine Derrick Henry.
Now they do, though.
Who?
Will Levis.
Oh.
You've heard of him.
Who?
Yeah.
Mr. Mayonnaise?
Uh-huh.
Imagine Derrick Henry with a better offensive line and a much better quarterback.
Well, you're thinking the Cowboys have a better offensive line
than Tennessee?
Well, you don't know who's going to be there. You're losing Tyron Smith. You're probably losing Biotish. You don't know how good that offensive line is going to be.
It's still probably better than what Tennessee had. And I definitely know the quarterback play is a lot better. So imagine if you're defending the Cowboys and you've got a Derrick Henry or wherever Derrick Henry goes, if he's with a quarterback not named Ryan Tannehill.
Well, he won't be if he stays in Tennessee.
So every defense is going to be focused on stopping Derrick Henry, and you still see what that guy did. Imagine if there's other threats there.
Oh, I mean, Derrick, that's what I say. It'd be exciting as hell. And I think Cowboy fans would be just happy, very happy, if a Derrick Henry was in Dallas.
Get the crowns out.
Yeah.
King Henry.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The marketing there, Jerry, would be incredible. Incredible.
Hey, Jerry.
You got a Burger King sponsorship to go with it?
Burger King, yeah.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Friday, everybody has their weekend plans. I'm guessing none of you plan on getting arrested, but some of you will, because it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, best way to do that is to call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds, because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. Of course, they are discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
You're listening to The Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Hey, poker players, the Big Blind is open. With a true Vegas feel, the Big Blind is the premier poker room in San Antonio, featuring an upscale environment catering to players from all abilities. Whether you are seeking high-octane tournaments or lively cash games, the Big Blind has a game for everyone. The Big Blind at 281 in Redland Road, just down from the Rue Pub, offers daily cash games to daily, weekly, and monthly tournaments. Learn more online at thebigblindsa.com. The Big Blind at 281 in Redland Road.
There's something that binds us all. The constant hunger to improve. The obsession with every detail. And the reward of a custom fitting taking your game to a whole new level. We're all bound by two words said by golfers worldwide. Schedule your fitting at Edwin Watts Golf Shops. Find your local store at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancer pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax. Touchdown! A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax, 100% natural male enhancement formulas, only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's a mystery where Old Spice finds its amazing scents like Himalayan sea salt, but I'm thrilled they have because no other body wash exfoliates and moisturizes 24/7 like Old Spice Gentleman's Himalayan sea salt body wash. Now, if only there was a mountain range separating the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan plateau where I could hide my Old Spice and keep my family from stealing it, my impossibly smooth skin will finally be safe.
Progressive presents good news, bad news, dumb news, then great news. Good news. While leaning over the fence, your neighbors said you could save money bundling home and auto insurance with Progressive. Bad news. Your neighbor leaned over a little too much and broke your fence. Dumb news. Somehow fence wood is more expensive than wood. Great news. You decide to see if you could save money bundling at Progressive.com and to plant really tall shrubs. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Gabby.
Hey, Gabby. It's Jennifer Coolidge. Hi. I'm so glad I reached you at 2 a.m.
Oh, of course. Anyone with a Discover card can call and talk to a real person 24/7. Now, how can I help?
Yeah, I used my Discover card to buy these yellow pleather pajamas, and I'm just not sure I'm pulling them off.
24/7 U.S.-based customer service. It pays to Discover. Limitations apply. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard.
You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center.
Well, the Cowboys have reworked the contract for All-Pro right guard Zack Martin. It's going to save them about $13 million in cap space for 2024. San Antonio Spurs lost a tight one in Sacramento last night without Victor Wembanyama, and Greg Popovich says he probably will miss the rest of their road trip. They have, 2 games remaining. College hoop season, it's closing out this weekend.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix.
They only have 1 game remaining on the road trip.
Who?
The Spurs. I said they had 2 left. Glad you were paying attention.
Well, they have 2 halves.
2 halves.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to correct myself.
There you go.
It happens so.
Well, I'm just so tired of correcting.
It just, it happens not very often.
Yeah, but that first game back after road trips,
What? Blitz pointing at something, I don't know.
I was saying it literally happened yesterday where Jason corrected your Sports Center.
He did?
That happens almost every day.
Well, yeah, it's a hard job. You guys, you and Pledge, just sit back and let's watch the zoo animal do Sports Center.
I mean, Anchorman.
Yeah.
25 years of
I'm just saying.
reading sports.
Just saying.
It's amazing what you can do with the teleprompter.
I like Dalton Schultz better all the time. I understand what he's talking about. And we have glass here and people walk by and like, hey, Pledge is in there banging on the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind
where's
of
the
like
animals?
I kind of like that Dalton Schultz guy.
So now you can relate to him?
I can relate to him,
He talked about people tapping on the glass while he was doing a power clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Power clean. Is
Yeah.
that what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Good for him. I mean, people watch.
you're just reading into a microphone.
People watch me work out all the time.
Do they?
Of course they do.
You get gawkers while you're working out?
Always. They're going, whoa, look at that dude. It happens,
So when they're done talking about your brother, do they notice you?
Yeah, right.
I kid.
Oh,
not really. Not really.
You know what? I'm looking on what is it? X, Twitter, whatever it is.
The X platform.
Ronnie M. Sent me a picture of the water tower in Alice, Texas. Said, I'm visiting your hometown.
Nice.
Isn't that nice?
Why is he visiting Alice, or is he lost?
I have no clue why he would be visiting Alice, but he is.
Okay.
Proof is right there. You got the nice coyote on the water tower. Now that water tower has been there forever. It's an oldie. I don't think it actually holds water anymore. It's just kind of something that's there, and it's a monument.
Well, wait a minute. So the water tower is it's just like a landmark now. It doesn't work.
It is.
Where do they get their water?
Well, there's two other water towers in Alice that are. When I was a kid and they built those things, like, whoa, two. Wow, we have two water towers now.
So now they can't have three.
I guess they could, but this one's just a little bucket.
I mean,
it's a cement bucket.
It's a cement thing?
Yeah, it's in cement. I'm looking at it, and I remember this. It's downtown Alice, Texas.
Wait a minute. What do you mean it's in cement?
It's made of cement.
The water tower?
Yes.
What do you think all water towers are made out of?
Not cement.
Okay. But you don't think it still works?
I don't think so. I don't think there's water in there.
Is it rusty?
No, it's made of cement. Cement doesn't rust.
You've never seen rust on the side of a house?
Does it rust?
Of course. You got those little marks on it.
Now, see, Pledge is going all out here on to prove to me that all water towers are made of cement.
Now, does the water tower at Green, Texas, up there by Green Hall, is that just a thing that's up there?
I think so. Yeah.
Or does it still have water?
Dude, I don't think it has water.
So
I don't know it for a fact, but I would, if I was a betting man, I would say there's no water in there.
Well, I mean, so it's just a tower, not a water tower.
Because but it was a water tower.
Well,
so now it's a historical monument.
Well, but it's just a tower. I mean,
used to hold water.
Unless it's got a deal in front of it that says that it's an historical marker, you can't call it an historical marker.
Maybe it's open on top and it catches rain. It's a water tower.
Well, that's a water catcher.
The problem is there's no pipe going down. So I'm assuming there's no water in it.
What do you mean there's no pipe going down?
There's no, you see.
Well, what holds it up in the air?
Yeah. Now you see the difference there. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to describe this to you.
Yeah, here we go.
The other water towers in Alice, Texas are
modern.
They're more modern. Yeah. You see, that's the
Alice, Texas, the hub city.
The hub city, yes.
The hub city.
It's also been known as the gateway to the valley.
Ah. Did you ever climb up there and spray paint?
I never did. No, I'm not a spray paint climber.
Okay.
Didn't do that. Plus, I always wonder why people do that. That thing's, I mean, it's up there.
Well, there's a ladder.
Well, there is a ladder, but it typically doesn't start until you're like halfway up. You ever notice like a Wendy's or something? You go to a fast food place and you walk in and they get the ladder, but it only starts, it's about 6 feet up. So you need another ladder to get to the ladder.
Why are you climbing a ladder at Wendy's?
I don't know. I always wanted to, right? Just get up on their roof.
To do what?
I don't know.
Slide in through the grease.
Maybe.
Yeah. They try to do that to deter criminals.
Is that what they do?
Well, sure. You ever notice, like, when you're leaving a fast food restaurant, it looks like, you can measure your height on the door?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know why they do that?
For criminals.
Yeah. So when the guy's leaving there, well, it looks like he's about 6'3".
I would think, I'm not a criminal and I don't want to rob a Wendy's, but I would think that that wouldn't be very profitable anymore. I mean, people don't use cash like they used to.
No. Do fast food places still get robbed on a regular basis? I mean, maybe
not like they used to.
I mean, maybe you need to steal a whole bunch of frozen patties. Wait, they don't freeze them at Wendy's, but someplace they do. I don't know. Maybe you need some bread, different kinds. I don't know. A lot of places. I mean, nobody has cash anymore.
Oh man, I just
what? What has distracted you now?
Ben Brasino on our YouTube.
Here we go.
He's correcting. I'm assuming that's me. Cement is the wet stuff. Concrete is when it's dry.
Oh, good Lord. Although, I mean, I think he is right.
Well, okay.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Like when I added onto my back patio and put in a sidewalk, I'm trying to think the contractor, did he pour concrete or did he pour cement that turned into concrete? Or do you just say, I'm coming to pour concrete?
I really
Although
don't.
by definition, you're probably not pouring concrete.
No, he says, I'm going to pour cement. And so I really don't spend a lot of time thinking about it.
Do you call it a cement truck or do you call it a concrete truck?
Cement truck.
But why? Because wet.
There's cement in there.
Yeah. But it's not, right. But it's not yet concrete.
I'm really like, I don't think I'll think about this conversation once after we're done with it.
I mean, if you buy a bag of concrete at Home Depot, right, to turn it into cement, you got to add water before you can spread it out and turn it back into concrete.
Then you buy it, it's just powder.
Well,
so you can't call it either one.
Well, is it a bag of cement or is it a bag of concrete?
It's a bag of powdery substance.
Well, that could be all kinds of things.
Oh.
You want a powdery substance.
Ben, you're right. You're the smartest man alive.
See, Rudolph, why are there signs that say wet cement?
Because it's still wet.
Well, that's it. Wet concrete means that there's rain on the sidewalk. No big deal.
So it's still concrete, even though
it's wet. Yes. Or if it rains, is your driveway now cement and not concrete?
Good questions all, Jason.
Not really.
No, they're not.
Not really. Apparently, cement has no rocks. Concrete has rocks.
We've got a lot of cement experts, don't we?
We really do. we really do.
I'm very happy about it.
I like useless knowledge.
Yes.
Eduardo will enlighten us a little bit more. Hey, dude, you're on the Blitz.
How's it going, man?
Good.
I was just telling Pledge. So concrete, think of it this way: concrete's like the cake batter. Cement is like the flour that goes into the cake batter.
What?
So it's a powder.
Okay, so
Eduardo, hold on. What do you do for a living? How do you know this?
I sell material, and one of them is concrete.
Right.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you're like an expert at this.
So you don't sell concrete though. You sell cement because it's not
No,
yet
we
concrete.
we sell concrete and we sell cement.
Oh, so you already make the cake and then sell it.
Yeah, we do both. We sell the flour and we sell the cake.
Okay. Wow.
Those trucks, those mixer trucks, those are concrete mixer trucks.
That's like a mixer with the little thing on there.
So they've got the cement, and they're mixing
It's
it into
cement.
concrete.
Cement, water, rock, sand, all that's in that truck being mixed, and that's being made into concrete.
So when on YouTube, Miguel says cement has no rocks, concrete has rocks. Is that accurate?
Very accurate, yeah. So concrete's like all the mixture, all the ingredients combined into the batter.
All right.
But cement on its own is worthless.
You can mix them into some materials and to strengthen it, but I wouldn't say it's worthless.
But really, I mean, it's all about the concrete. I mean, cement's just it's an ingredient, right? You don't want the cake without flour, right?
You can mix cement with water and bind it with some other material, and it'll strengthen that material. But yeah, cement on its own.
Well, that's what Ryan Eagle does for his hair on a daily basis.
Well, exactly, and that's why it stays. I got a question for you though. When you're seeing that truck and it's going and spinning around on the back, how long does it have to do that before it's ready to pour?
So typically it's already batched at the plant. They load it into that truck already mixed, and then it can stay in that truck for, I think, max 2 to 3 hours, depending on the type of concrete, type of mixture that it is.
So, odd question. At the house, I had my back patio expanded, then put a sidewalk all the way down to the side of the house and then to the driveway. It looks really nice. Came out great, right? But the truck was there, and you're paying for this by the hour, and you got one dude, 3 guys watching him, and he's putting it in a wheelbarrow and then going all the way up and pouring it. How is there not a better system to be able to do that?
Man, when you find that out, you'll be a billionaire.
Or could they have had a couple of guys with more than one wheelbarrow?
Well, they wouldn't get paid as much.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Eduardo, thanks for enlightening us. Honestly.
Not a problem.
Right.
Appreciate
Love
you.
your guys' show, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. Good
Now,
stuff.
Tim Dunbar on our YouTube page says the Beverly Hillbillies had a cement pond. They did. That's what they called it.
No rocks.
Well, it's cement. They called it cement. They didn't call it a concrete pond.
I think it just really, like, Eduardo's in the business. That's his job. He knows the differences. The rest of us, we call it what we want.
Okay.
Is it soda or is it pop?
All right.
Or is it all just Coke?
It's not pop. I never called soda pop.
Well, apparently you never lived in the East.
Never did.
But it's the same thing.
Well, it is.
If
but
somebody says pop, you know what they're talking about.
well,
Seriously. I mean, you might disagree with them.
I do.
But they're not wrong.
Vehemently.
Yeah, but they're not wrong.
Pop.
I mean, is it concrete or is it cement? What's on your sidewalk? What's your sidewalk?
Cement. That's what I call it.
But it's concrete.
But I don't call it that.
But you should.
I don't.
I mean, you're like the dude from New Jersey that says, give me a pop.
I'm not saying that at all. A pop. And he might smack me in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, give me a pop. Okay. Bam.
Speaking of pop, he wasn't overly happy with his team last night, the way they closed. He needed a Coke and a smile. We'll talk about it coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is Friday, that's for sure, which is a perfect day, by the way, for you to call my good friends at Parkhurst New Vision. Look, they can do wonderful things for you, just like they've done for me and for my wife, Maggie. Both of us are loving Parkhurst New Vision at this point in time. They can do the same thing for you. The first step, though, is you got to give them a call. 210-585-2020. Both Maggie and I had lens replacement surgery, and mine's about a year ago. Hers about a month or so ago, a couple of months ago. And we both have thrown away our readers, thrown away the glasses, don't need them anymore. And that just makes life wonderful. I'm going to tell you, and they can do the same thing for you. Call them to set up a consultation at 210-585-2020. When you do that, let them know that Joe Reinagle from the Blitz sent you in there. Secondly, they're going to explain everything to you. Ask all the questions you want. It is a perfect thing to go through. You learn a lot. Trust me. Call Parkhurst New Vision today. Don't put it off. 210-585-2020.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is set. Monday, March 25th at Golf Club of Texas. With plenty of prizes, including a shot at $50,000 in a trip to the big game. Presented by Sierra Auto Group. Go to sasportstar.com and get signed up. A 4-person scramble, $120 per player to join. Or a group of 4 can sign up together for $400. Then, after your round, join the San Antonio Sports Star gang for the after party, where the Blitz will be live at 90 Proof Bar and Grill on the corner of Highway 90 and Lucky Ranch, 10 minutes from Golf Club of Texas. It's San Antonio's Spring Golf Classic, benefiting the Will Smith Foundation. Monday, March 25th. Presented by Flight by Yingling and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Hi, this is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. If you're a dad who is facing divorce, there are extra layers of stress that may include stereotypes and assumptions. No two situations are the same. Our legal experience and dedication prepare us for whatever legal challenges we face together. You need a partner you can count on. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has represented men in divorce.
Offices in San Antonio, Austin, and St. Louis. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass. Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now, you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text ENERGY to 200-300 for your free consultation on top-quality affordable windows or patio doors for no dollars down, no payments, and no interest for a year. That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text ENERGY to 200-300 right now. Text the word ENERGY to 200-300. Don't wait. Text ENERGY to 200-300.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, Joe Montana here. Back in my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia, a bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older or 19 or older with certain chronic conditions like diabetes or asthma, you're at increased risk. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Check out the Jim Rome Show, weekdays at noon.
If you're San Antonio, there are benefits that come along with it. I will cut you the front of the line. We're going to hike the return.
On 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Glad to have you along on a Friday afternoon.
Yes, we are. Thank you for joining us, however you're doing that. We appreciate it.
Spurs, they were within shouting distance last night.
More, they were closer than that, Jason.
Whisper?
We were a whisper away from pulling off a big win.
With no Wemby, you wondered if they would even stand a chance. And they honestly played, one of the better games that, and they've been playing better basketball as of late, but that was maybe one of the best games we've seen them play without Wemby.
Well, we saw that last year, did we?
Yeah, well,
I mean, they played like that last year, which begs the question.
Oh, don't do it.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Don't do it.
Is this team as constructed better without Wemby?
Shut up.
I'm just going by last year. They won 22 games.
Mm-hmm.
This year they've got 13.
Mm-hmm.
Wemby's a great player.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, as constructed right now, is this a better team without him?
That powdery substance we were talking about in the last segment. I don't know. Last night they played like everybody knew the role.
Right.
You know what happened last night? They shot the ball well.
They did.
Zach Collins shot the ball well. Devin Vassell shot the ball well. They played good basketball. The second quarter was a disaster. Third quarter was good. Fourth quarter was good till about 2 minutes left. And the final 30 seconds would make you scream with the stupidity of what you saw from the basketball team, the carelessness, the not ready for the moment play, the turnover at the end led to a breakaway dunk, and ultimately that's it. You were up, then you're down. You're down 2 on the road. Go for the 3 in the win. And Devin Vassell got a nice shot off. But did they really need a 3 there?
No, they didn't, but the guy played well and he was shooting well. So I'm not opposed to the shot that he took. It just didn't go in.
But, and again, good shot. I would have drawn up a play for a 2 and played for overtime, because the last part of that game, all you kept hearing was how tired the Kings were after their night before going the distance with LA, blah, blah, blah. All right, so take them 5 more minutes. Win this game, because it was such a winnable game.
Yeah, it was.
And then the bonehead mistakes, that turnover late. And then, of course, we're a young basketball team.
We've had a lot of nights where we've had great showings assist-wise, but, we still make too many young mental errors that cost us when we're, in a close game, that kind of thing. So they just keep on plugging.
They did set that record last night, though, didn't they?
They did.
The 20 assists
yeah.
So that's we got that going for us.
Do we make T-shirts?
I think we should. Maybe plan a parade.
Well, who's going to assist in setting that up?
Trey Jones.
There you go. And I'm like Pop, happy with the effort we saw last night.
Yeah, they played a good first quarter, and then in the second quarter we kind of gave in a little bit, but they came back and played real well. I'm real proud of them. Fox kind of took over at the end.
Yeah, I did.
Like he has before, but we did a lot of good things for these guys. I really feel bad for them, but they competed and they executed, did a fine job.
And they did. And I asked that question, and I know it's Wemby's going to be great, but as constructed, I just think these guys felt free last night. I think that's what it looked like. They felt free. You said it. They knew their roles, and I think sometimes with Wemby on the floor, they're just really not sure exactly what they're supposed to do. Although it seems like some of them are learning that. Devin Vassell, he knew last night he was the guy.
Yeah, go be a scorer.
He was the guy. So you go. He takes 18 shots, hits 11 of them, and scores 30 points. So. I think I don't think we give maybe Pop enough credit when he says stuff that it's going to take a while for these guys to get used to playing with a guy like Victor Wembanyama.
It's yeah. I mean, Zach was a nice surprise last night, but overall, I mean, that was one of those frustrating games. As well as they played, you want to feel good about yourself, what it could have done, all of that. And to lose a game, that was heartbreaking, right? That's one of the, and you're not going to have Wemby tomorrow night. And apparently, after the Houston game, they sent him home in a van. They didn't even fly him home.
What's Houston?
Mike Finger tweeted me and said it was a Sprinter van.
A Sprinter van.
Yeah, Jeff McDonald said.
What is a Sprinter van?
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those nice vans that, like if
the Mercedes you see.
Yeah, like if you call a car service and they show up in a van.
Yeah.
That's kind of a Sprinter van.
Okay.
Because when McDonald tweeted, they sent him home in a van. I thought they went to the airport and got one of those windowless white vans, those cargo vans, and precious cargo driving up I-10. I mean, did they send him home with the driver? Did they get a car service?
What, you think he had to drive himself?
I don't even know if he does drive in America.
He had a sprained ankle. He couldn't do that.
Well, it depends on which one.
Well, it's a good point. I think it's his right ankle, though.
It's just funny to hear about an NBA guy, a star of the likes of Wemby, driving from Houston. I mean, there was no sightings of him stopping at Buc-ee's.
Well, I don't know why not.
I mean, he passed 2 of them, although middle of the night. I'm sure Buc-ee's is
They're open 24 hours.
But, the luxury of the NBA, let's take our superstar and send him home in a van. It just sounded weird.
Well, it's a nice van.
It really is a nice van.
It's a really nice van. He probably had refreshments in there and a TV and everything.
I don't know about it. Well, probably.
Probably did.
But it was after 9:30. Did they put a bed in there so he could sleep?
Probably
that is
so.
Precious cargo going up I-10. What's the construction like on I-10 right now?
I don't know.
I mean, did they get stuck?
I get to find out.
I-10's pretty good. Pledge has recently driven to and from Houston.
Well, that's good.
Last time I drove to Houston, it's ever since Erica graduated from Sam Houston, I don't think I've driven to Houston except maybe, we flew down there for Blink 182 last year. So, yeah, I haven't had to make that drive. I just remember the last time took like 7.5 hours because the highway was closed down near Columbus.
It was closed?
Yes.
In Columbus.
Yes. You know where Columbus is,
I
right?
do. Yeah. Yeah. I've driven to Houston many times.
Just in the last couple of months. You're
yes.
making that drive tonight.
And I'm doing it again tonight.
Are
So
you going to stop at Buc-ee's?
I probably will, out of necessity. And probably other places. That's why I've got my water here. I'll be stopping that here in a little bit.
Well, you've been nursing that water all show.
No. This is about fourth bottle here.
Fourth bottle?
Yeah. But I'm not in a huge hurry to get there, so it's okay. I might look around Buc-ee's.
Why are you not in a huge hurry to get there?
I'm just not. And so, Buc-ee's got a lot of things to look at. Might get distracted. Have you seen that Buc-ee's in Luling? Man, they got stuff.
Of course. I mean, the beaver's everywhere.
Dude, yes. They've got all kinds of good stuff.
They do.
Yeah.
You going to get some beaver nuggets?
I don't know, but I might get a barbecue sandwich.
I love Buc-ee's. Don't get me wrong. I don't stop at Buc-ee's very often because the one in Luling, I just left. It's only an hour in. I'm not ready to stop. The one in Katy, I'm so close, I'm not stopping. And the food there is fantastic.
It is. It's really good.
But there's no place to sit down and eat it. And they don't want you to sit down and eat.
You take it to go.
But you can't eat that barbecue sandwich in the car while you're driving or you're going to wear it.
Well, this is all true. So you sit in your car before you go and eat it.
Well, who wants to do that?
Well, nobody, but that's what you have to do.
But Buc-ee's is designed to keep you there for a long time. That's why they made it a freaking mall. So why don't they have a place to sit down and eat?
That's a great question. They do have tables outside. You can go outside. It's like a picnic.
I thought those were for the unruly kids.
Well, it may be, but it's you can have your barbecue sandwich out there too.
But there's not enough of them. There's not like a napkin dispenser on there.
Do you ever see anybody sitting on those things?
No. I thought they were for sale.
Well, there you go.
And they actually are.
They
probably.
are.
If you got enough money.
Everything is for sale at Buc-ee's.
But honestly, I mean, you think about it. I mean, some of their food is good road tripping food.
Kolaches.
Yeah, their kolaches are great.
They are.
They've got great breakfast tacos. So they've got a lot of good stuff there.
Beef jerky.
Which is good. Eating on the road.
Yes.
Right? Road trip food is important. Right?
It is.
Right? You know, like the McDonald's cheeseburger. The little
ones
cheeseburger. Those are the perfect. Nothing's going to spill anywhere, because even like the Whataburger ones, there's too much stuff on there. Something's going to fall and land on your shirt.
It is. You just get it plain.
Well, who wants that?
Well, it's not right. I'm just saying. I've done that before.
Steak finger basket at Dairy Queen.
That's good.
It is good on the road, but it's going to take you 15 minutes. Most people don't want to spend, because Dairy Queen is anything but fast food, right? They should not be in the fast food category, even though they are. But there's nothing ever fast at Dairy Queen. But the steak finger basket is a good road trip food.
Nuggets,
nuggets,
chicken strips,
nuggets from anywhere, right? But Buc-ee's, which is designed for food to go, isn't really meant for the driver. Everybody else can enjoy a brisket sandwich except for the guy driving.
That's a good point, and it's very true. Unless you don't care about wearing it. I mean, I don't care. Like tonight, don't care.
What do you mean?
Going straight to a hotel.
Going straight to a hotel. You're wearing a nice pink shirt and you're going to have barbecue on it and your wife's going to look at you.
Well, I bet they sell bibs at Buc-ee's.
Are you going to buy a bib?
Why not? I'm in the car by myself, so.
You put napkins everywhere.
Exactly right. I probably won't get a barbecue sandwich, but kolaches sound pretty good right now.
The kolaches do sound pretty good. I'm hungry.
I am too.
And somebody in our office has popped popcorn.
Oh, wow.
Which is making me even hungrier and craving popcorn.
You can't eat popcorn while you're working.
You can't eat popcorn while you're working.
No.
But there are certain things that should not be allowed in an office microwave because it just makes everybody crave popcorn or it smells up the joint.
Well, everybody else can have popcorn, but you and me. Even Pledge, if you wanted popcorn, could have it.
He could, but he wouldn't. He wouldn't eat pop. But popcorn's one of those things. That's why you walk into a movie theater. It's always because you know you're going to buy it.
Yeah.
You can't say no to popcorn
have
if you
to.
smell it.
Yeah.
Right? Popcorn, pop's on for everybody. Or make sure there's enough in the vending machine because I'm going to guess before 6, we're going to have a bag of popcorn in here because we have no self-control.
None.
You can't do fish in an office microwave.
No.
And Brussels sprouts should not be allowed in any microwave for that matter, but especially at the office because it's,
Totally agree with that.
especially if somebody's, pop popcorn and then you come through with Brussels sprouts and now it smells like popcorn and farts all at the same time. And you can't have that.
Well, just walk in our bathroom. You want to smell something.
If Sean Ryman hadn't been
Holy
here for a
cow.
couple days, man, that's
Wow.
dude, sometimes I wonder about you.
I'm just saying.
I mean, there are certain smells you expect if you walk into a room, as long as they're contained to that room.
Well,
right?
No.
Yes. I mean, a bathroom is designed for that. I mean, sometimes it happens.
I know.
Now, if somebody left that odor in the break room or in the studio, you would have a right to bitch. But you can't complain about smells in the bathroom. That's what it's designed for.
I think I need to donate a can of not Raid, but like
Raid
air freshener.
You gotta kill the ants coming out of your ass.
Exactly.
Come on.
Something to that because it never fails, right? You walk in there and you got to pee.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to hold your breath for, a couple of minutes.
You spend way too much time in the bathroom.
I do, man.
You can be in and out in 40 seconds.
It's 40 seconds. Really? I wash my hands.
So do I.
40 seconds. I'm going to put a timer on it next time.
Timer.
I want to see how
I'm
long.
not spending a couple minutes in there, especially if I'm holding my breath. You would pass out and then die.
Well, that's the problem. You can't hold your breath. You have no choice but to smell that.
You're complaining about the smell in a bathroom, right? I mean,
bathrooms can be non-smelly.
Well, all right. So, the potpourri,
That's
you're going to go buy some of that?
Well. Yeah, I mean, if people would use it, you think they would?
We used to have the automatic spray thing. It smelled like apple cinnamon in there all the time.
Well, there you
Well,
go.
apple cinnamon and the smell you're talking about does not combine for a wonderful
Really?
experience.
There's some sick puppies around this place. I'm going to tell you that.
I mean, you're at a radio station, man. Nobody here is eating healthy, at least especially on this side of the building.
Well, this is true.
And those that eat a lot of broccoli, they're on the other side, and that doesn't smell any better.
No, the other bathroom, I never have had an issue.
Well, it's because that one doesn't get used as frequently.
It doesn't.
Think about who's on that side, and that's the executive side. It's different.
So executive poop doesn't stink. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying, more women on that side than men.
True. That's true. Well, wait a minute now. That's a whole nother conversation because women are just as bad. I'm going to tell you.
But you're not going in that one.
I'm just saying.
That's they're dealing with broccoli and kale salad.
I think women they put a cork in it, and it's like they don't do that at a.
No, they like
work.
they like candles.
Woo.
Good Lord.
Oh my goodness.
What is Russell Wilson?
What is his smell?
Speaking of crap, here we go. It's Friday.
It is, man. Happy Friday, everybody.
Yeah. Except for the guy sitting down right now listening to us going, dude, they're talking about me.
I know it. How do they know? Oh, see Alexandra on her YouTube.
Here we go.
Some women can be nasty too.
Oh, women are gross.
I'm telling you.
Women are gross. Not Alexandra, of course.
Of course not.
Do you ever hear the women here talking about the women's bathroom?
No. Why are fart noises funny? I mean, seriously, why? I don't. Fart noises are funny.
You know, we had dad jokes earlier. Fart jokes and dad jokes coming up next. The hell with Russell Wilson. It's
Keep
the
it
Blitz.
clean.
Well, at 94. Well, that's impossible.
That was a wet one.
Back to cement, everybody. Here we go. When you need an electrician, Hill Electric is available to you 24/7 for residential and commercial needs. I've used Hill Electric at my house for a variety of projects. They do fantastic work, and they have for over 3 decades. The family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. And what's great about Hill Electric is they've got the right service for you at the right price, but there's never a service charge and always free estimates. So it costs you absolutely nothing to figure out what it will take to get a project done. And there's no company better to get that project done than the good people there at Hill Electric. Call them 210-404-9074, 404-9074, or hill-electric.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with Rob and RJ.
Monday on the Morning Huddle, the Spurs will be in the middle of a back-to-back. We'll look at what happened in Golden State and what we expect to happen in the Frost Center with the Golden State Warriors in town.
Also, the legal tampering window in the NFL opens today. Who's going to tamper and how are they going to do it? We'll get into it starting at 6.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
This is the time of year to enjoy life. Stop letting that pain in your joints keep you from doing what you want this spring. Call QC Kinetics now. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. I'm talking about lasting joint pain relief with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. It's a fact. QC Kinetics is literally transforming lives. Their advanced treatments harness your body's own natural ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Pro athletes have been doing this for decades, but now this life-changing treatment is available for you. So you can walk, run, climb stairs, play golf, and move again, pain-free. No pills, no risky surgery. QC Kinetics has tens of thousands of satisfied patients who have reclaimed their mobility. So take action now. It's a great use of your tax refund check, by the way. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation. 210-571-0318. 210-571-0318. That's 210-571-0318. Locations in Hollywood Park, Westover Hills, and New Braunfels.
Is switching your wireless service to Total by Verizon easy? Totalmente. And you get unlimited 5G data, $25 a line for 4 lines on the unlimited plan at an amazing price with no contracts. Should you switch to Total by Verizon? Definitely. Totalmente. Find a store or switch suavemente at totalbyverizon.com. Monthly rate when you activate with autopay plus taxes and fees. Discount begins the month after you enroll. Additional terms apply. See website for data management practices.
Hi, I'm Kamiko, the founder of Miko's Hot Chicken. When we started our family restaurant, we were also raising a family. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Our Chase Ink card was there to reward us on all of our business needs. Now we have a thriving location, and we're hungry for more.
With the Chase Ink Business Unlimited card, you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more with yours. Real business owners compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
San Antonians love a good party, and the Valero Texas Open is one you don't want to miss. Enjoy food, drinks, and the world's best PGA Tour pros as they tee it up at TPC San Antonio. Proceeds help us continue a long-standing tradition of giving back to our community. So buy tickets on ValeroTexasOpen.com and join us April 4th through the 7th.
This is Jim Rome. Join me weekdays at noon on my new home, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Go over to sasportstar.com. There's a lot of things you could do there. Like if you're going to do some grilling this weekend, Upload some photos of that great meat to the Grilling with the Blitz page for your chance to win a $50 gift card. You can also get registered for our golf tournament coming up on March 25th at the Golf Club of Texas. You could do that. Brought to you by Flight by Yingling.
Yes.
And Sierra Auto Group. And if you're so inclined, before the end of March, you want to go to Vegas? We're going.
We're going.
We're going to Vegas, baby.
You're invited.
You are. There is a discount code, a link where you get discounted rooms at Circa Las Vegas. The weekend we're going to be doing the Blitz in Las Vegas, March 28th, March 29th. That's a Thursday and a Friday. We're going to be there all weekend as well. But the Blitz is going to be live out there. A lot of times we'll do our show, like coming up, we're at 90 proof for the after party. Come hang out with us. A little more effort and cost on your part to get out to Vegas, but come hang out with us in Las Vegas. But there are discounts there at Circa Las Vegas. If you want to go out to Mega March, just go to sasportstar.com, click on that link, and it will take you right to a page that will give you discounted rooms the weekend we are going to be there.
Boy, they're nice rooms too. You've stayed there.
I've stayed there.
I've never stayed at Circa, and I'm looking forward to it. But man, I was looking on the website yesterday, and woo.
Yep, that's it.
They're swanky.
And that's what's great. If you click that link, you don't have to worry about promo codes. You don't have to do any of that. Just use the link that's available at sasportstar.com, and you'll get the discounted rates there at Circa Las Vegas. And you think about that, Thursday is opening day of Major League Baseball.
That's going to be a blast.
Greg Maddux is going to be in the building to throw out the ceremonial first pitch at Circa. Then you also have the Sweet 16 weekend of the tournament. So it's Mega March. I think we're going to be doing the show out by the pool, or we might be in the sports book.
Either
we
way,
might do
one
day, one the other. I don't know, but I can tell you the scenery at that pool is fantastic.
Wow, a lot of screens, huh?
A lot of, did you say strings or screens?
Either one.
Yeah. It's Vegas, baby.
Yes. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
We might be distracted. Is that what you're saying?
Wear your sunglasses.
Okay, I will. Yes.
Because your wife will be there.
Well, I'll be looking at her, obviously.
Yes. You'll be looking right into the iPad.
Yes.
You're looking in now because I was thinking, and I guess we got to probably have a meeting about this because, Schwampy loves meetings.
Yeah.
But should we set up a camera that just shows what's going on at the pool? Although that could get
dicey with the, I don't know, the rules are different on YouTube, aren't they?
There are no rules on YouTube, are there?
I don't know.
Are there? Pledge is saying there are. See,
I would think there are.
I don't know, but I do know. Like some people were complaining on our YouTube channel earlier, and look, just deal with it because we still want you to go subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. But apparently, commercials just kind of drop in randomly.
Yeah,
those aren't ours. We don't control that. YouTube just says, "Here's a commercial." Now, the great news is a lot of you are watching, and so YouTube realizes there's an audience there, and they go with it. I don't know who makes money on our YouTube channel. I know that for most, there's not a lot of money there.
No,
there's some. Although Shannon Sharp has made some money, some big money with his Club Shay Shay interview with Cat Williams. Now, obviously, it went viral. But with all the views and all the downloads, and that thing just chokes me up thinking about it. That thing went viral.
Yes.
And, well, he got his check from that Cat Williams interview.
We're talking about how much money I made during the Cat Williams interview. I just got the check. So whatever you think I made, 3x it. So if you think I made 500,000, 3x it. If you think I made $1 million, 3x it.
Let me see.
If you think I made $2 million, 3x it. I got me a little something today with Ocho. Look at that, Ocho.
He's showing off a fancy ass watch.
What's that?
That's the John Mayer. Discontinue.
Wait, the guitar player?
Your body's a wonderland. You know what? Put it like this here. I made more money on Cat Williams alone than I made in any year that I played the NFL.
Hey,
Cat Williams, line 3.
Yeah, Cat Williams.
Where's my cut?
I need a cut of that. Yeah, he didn't mention Manziel, right? And so maybe he didn't make a lot of money with that Manziel interview.
Well, I mean, 61 million views is
Wow.
what that interview did.
Well, 3x it.
Well, I mean, and look, I mean, full episode views was 61, and I, trying to figure out what some of this 320 million views across all social channels, 1.6 million audio downloads, 110,000 watched the premiere episode live, 1.4 million subscribers gained on YouTube. We'd like to get 14 today subscribers on YouTube. I'd love 1.4 million, but go subscribe so we can get, 30 in the next 10 minutes. 750,000 followers, surpassing 1.5 million. I mean, that interview went bananas. And for Shannon Sharpe to say he got one check bigger than anything he made in the NFL, that's pretty damn incredible.
That's incredible. And obviously he was very happy about it.
Yeah.
And as anyone would be. What I love about it, and for those of you driving around, we appreciate you guys very much. But it's like a community in there. If you get a chance to ever go in there, I mean, we see a lot of the same names and stuff, and everybody, hey, hi, everybody, and good to see you again, and all of that. It's like a community, so it's a lot of fun. Yep. It looks like y'all are having a great time in there.
And I don't know. I mean, I don't. I look at YouTube and the comments, and then when you try to comment back to somebody, and I tried to do a giveaway one time just randomly without running it up a flagpole. I was like, there's no way to contact these people ahead of time. But it does feel like, unlike a Facebook group chat or something, like I don't know if these people, because there's a lot of regulars in there, like you got Norm and Cliffy from Cheers just sitting at the end of the bar with like Rudolph and Alexandra and some of the others, right?
Right.
Fred, Vince, but I don't know if they have they created a hangout and have met it like at the Rue Pub at some point, or do they
should
live in the Brigade Bar, as RJ Ochoa likes to call it?
Well, I don't,
or the dugout.
Yeah, we're not calling it that.
No, we've got our own thing.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
the YouTube channel,
the YouTube
page,
channel, the chats.
Oh, see, Alexandra saying hello to Rudolph. It's just a happy day. Nice little community.
Tom Guerra says Circa is an awesome place. Went there when they first opened, a room facing the pool, and the screen was great. Absolutely. That's what I had when we stayed there last August. We had the room overlooking the pool. We were so high up.
Yeah.
But you could watch the TV on the screens at the pool from your room.
That's what's incredible about that place is the sports book, not only the one inside, but that one outside. I didn't get to see it. I've seen pictures of it, obviously, but I can't wait to be there and to see that.
Whatever they do with the pool, and I don't want to talk out of turn from a technical standpoint, but we were there in August, and that pool, that water was nice and cold. It was so comfortable, and they've got an area down there where you could go play blackjack. And at that weekend, at Circa, the only place I won was playing blackjack at the pool.
Oh, really?
And it was great.
Nice.
But I'm also told that when it's colder, they heat it, right? So it's always a very comfortable level. So it's almost basically it's a year-round pool. Now, obviously, some days, and it's Vegas, so I don't know, 300 days, 320 days, it's perfect. But like when we're there in March, pool's going to be perfect. If it's hot, pool's water's going to be cold. If it's the other way around, and how they do it. And then there's something about the cleaning system with whatever they have. So it's constantly clean.
So you're saying I should bring the Speedo?
No.
I thought that's what you said.
It's Vegas. You can bring what you want.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, you can.
Is that and do the show.
You're going to do the show in a Speedo.
If we're at the pool, why not?
Whatever you want to do.
Sure. Why not?
Do you own a Speedo?
No.
I know you go to Mexico a lot. Maybe when you're in Mexico, you're like, what the hell, man?
No, I don't. and
male thong
and laugh at people that do. Look, I do.
You have a male thong.
I don't have a male thong. No, I don't. No, I don't want anything sticking up there.
Wow.
But I mean, it's. There are a lot of people in Mexico that, but they're usually from Europe.
Yeah.
So
they're very comfortable with themselves,
well,
Joe.
and that's well,
you can't make fun of them.
I'm glad
Don't body shame people.
I'm glad that they are, because I'm not.
You're a body shamer?
Well, no. I mean, but it's just like I don't get it. I mean, I get it if you're a diver or a swimmer or whatever, and you have to wear that. I get that, but just to prance around and.
Josh thinks you have a regular thong. Tom says you just need to wear a Band-Aid.
A very big Band-Aid, Tom.
Yeah, it's just one of those small ones you can put on like a knuckle.
Yeah, that'll do it. We got a good 12 inches here that we can play with. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Pledge.
Ben says if Joe brings the Speedo, I'm not going.
Well, I'm bringing it for sure.
Oh, good Lord.
He's sitting there playing blackjack in your Speedo. I would assume that they're playing blackjack in swimwear, right?
Yeah, well, I was wearing my swim trunks that go down to my knee.
Well, that
no
could be,
shirt.
That could be very distracting in itself.
You know what's distracting is the one that's dealing the blackjack. I'll just leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
It is the Blitz. Get your books, your rooms booked. I was distracted.
Yes.
Hit that link at sasportstar.com because you could save 20% on your room.
Yes, you can.
That weekend when we're out there for Mega March. Hope to see everybody out there.
No doubt about it. Hey, it is March, and that's a good reminder that the spring storms are coming. They'll be here. You know they are. They are here every single year, which means you need to get your roof checked out. Make sure that it is A-OK to withstand those storms that will be coming. So you need to call Stevens Roofing because it is the one name in roofing that stands high above the rest. A quality roof overhead by Stevens Roofing. Well, it means comfort. It means confidence. It means peace of mind. It is protection for all of the things that you love. When you're in the market for repairs, a replacement roof, an upgrade, or you just want to get your roof checked out, you want to work with an experienced team that brings local roots, value, and a vast knowledge of the craft to every job. That is Stevens Roofing. Call them. Set up an appointment, 210-785-0994. You can also check them out online at stevensroofing.net, but call them. Make sure you're ready to go. That number again, 210-785-0994.
Riding 410 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Planning for spring at Lowe's means big savings on outdoor power equipment, and Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Buy one select Ego string trimmer, leaf blower, or mower kit. Get one select 56-volt battery free. That's up to a $299 value. Power through spring with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 4/3 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
I had missing teeth. I had crowns. I had partials. There was no way I was going to walk into my bathroom every morning to see my teeth in a container.
At Doctor's Implants, replacing your teeth with full mouth dental implants might be the long-term solution you're looking for.
The 6-Hour Smile is a permanent full mouth teeth replacement. Your new smile will be custom designed to fit your face and lifestyle and will look and function just like regular teeth. You won't need to remove them from your mouth overnight, and you won't need adhesive to keep them in place. Eat freely and smile confidently again. Research them at doctorsimplants.com. Receive a complimentary doctor's consultation and CT scan when you call 210-640-0000. And that's 210-640-0000.
Mother 6-Hour Smile.
Over the past decade, the RuPub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the UFC fights, and when you show up at the RuPub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and certainly the best place to watch a game. The RuPub is next to the Angry Elephant and in the same plaza as the Big Blind there at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Ru.
If you're a pro and flooring is your game, we'll help you win it. Because at LL Flooring, all we do is floors. You want decor? Try. You want plumbing? LL Flooring has been helping pros knock it out of the park for over 30 years. Visit one of our 400 nationwide warehouses for one-on-one service, extensive inventory, and exclusive pro pricing. Get the pro treatment you deserve. Enroll today, online or in-store. LL Flooring, every step covered.
O'Reilly. Keep your tires looking like new with superior coverall tire shine at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Our professional parts people can help you choose the right detailing supplies for your vehicle. And right now, get 2 bottles of superior coverall tire shine for just $18. See store for details. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Cowboys are on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Spurs lost a tight one last night without Victor Wembanyama in Sacramento. They played the Kings to the very end. Spurs head coach Greg Popovich said before the game that Wemby is likely to miss the remainder of the Spurs road trip. Cowboys have reworked the contract for all-pro right guard Zack Martin. They're going to open up about $13 million in cap space for 2024.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday, everybody. We made it. A lot of you have really made it.
Yeah.
Getting off work about now.
The weekend is here. Going to be a good weekend. If you're out already enjoy.
Yes.
We will soon. Joe's got a little longer to enjoy because he's got a road trip to Houston.
Little road trip,
right after the show. You mentioned
Yep.
that earlier. Ramiro sent me a message on Facebook. You ready for this?
Maybe.
Tell Joe traffic on I-10 is horrible from Seguin to Luling. Your good speed is like 30 miles an hour. You might need to take a big cup just in case.
That's great. That's great. I probably will. I don't trust I-10 at Seguin in that road. I'm going to go to New Braunfels, I think, and cut across. I think I'm going to do that. Although traffic between here and New Braunfels.
Yeah, I was
going to
say, is that really saving you any time? Because if you go up to, like, say, 46 or 725 and cut across, you're still in Seguin, right?
Well, yeah, but getting to Seguin with the construction, that's where I sat in traffic for 2.5 hours the other day.
Well, but now, that's because you didn't listen to your GPS. Right? Because you're smarter than the GPS.
Well, so I'm going to listen to it in whatever way they take me. The problem is when I leave here and I put the GPS on, It wants to take me towards downtown and get on I-10 that way.
Well, because that's faster than going to 60. But like from here, you could literally get on Eisenhower, keep going straight till you get to like 78 or where it connects up there, and then shoot over that way to I-10.
So I could just go down Eisenhower all the way.
Yeah, or go over to Ritterman and then cut across that way. But yeah, essentially you can.
Oh, wow. Okay, maybe.
You go all the way down and, see parts of San Antonio you never knew existed.
Right.
And got 78 and got to I-10 there. I mean, but just, avoiding the 1604 part is the part that sucks.
Yeah, that does.
You put on the
right. And so last time though I left here, it took me around to I-10.
I'm gonna guess you're not friends with Ramiro on Facebook because now he says, "Tell Joe it's bad on 35 to 46 in the Braunfels skiing is real bad. It's spring break."
Well, see, I'm getting a lot of good advice here, apparently.
All right.
Which is nice.
Yori, you're on the Blitz with the traffic update here. We got helicopter sound effects.
Yeah, I'm talking to you live overhead on. I'll tell you, the traffic is not the problem. Is not from Seguin to Luling. The traffic is San Antonio to Seguin. I-10 is like a parking lot. You got to take all those little side streets and back roads. But as soon as you get close to Seguin, it opens up and you're smooth sailing. I blew through there about maybe 10 minutes ago.
So you're telling me that Ramiro is lying to me that it sucks between Seguin and Luling.
I'm saying that I just drove it. That's all I can tell you.
It may have been bad when Ramiro was there.
Yeah.
And now it's cleared up.
Yeah.
But you see, Seguin.
Exactly.
So San Antonio to Seguin sucks is basically what you're telling me.
Most definitely.
Okay.
Now, Yori, where are you at right now?
I'm about 11 miles from Platonia.
Oh, wow. Okay. So are you listening on the radio or on an app?
I had it on the radio and it was just starting to go out.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, you're what, 2 hours away, man, Platonia?
Well, not quite 2 hours
Not
away.
quite, but almost.
Yeah.
Right? But just starting to go out down there. Like you made it to
Yeah,
Buc-ee's and you were hearing us loud and clear in the men's room there, right?
Oh, I didn't. I don't take my phone in the men's room for numerous reasons. But I blew past Buc-ee's and y'all were loud and clear.
You're the man. Thanks for the advice.
You bet. Stay safe, Joe.
Appreciate it very much.
Good stuff, man.
See that? So I'm not going I-10 even if the app tells me to do that. Now, if I get to New Braunfels, I know the traffic's going to be bad on 35. It always is from here to New Braunfels.
Yep.
But I think that's faster than
just put it in. Ramiro fighting back.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. We have a landfill near Luling. I work in Seguin. I know.
Wow.
You could also send Joe a friend request. If there's mutual friends and you don't look like, you're just a hacker with everything going on Facebook, he might accept you.
Well, of course I will, Ramiro.
Yeah.
Send me a, and we may already be friends. I'm not looking at Facebook.
You're looking at your phone. If you got a message, it would be there. That's what I do.
Well, I got all kinds of junk on here.
Well, yes.
So I don't.
But if somebody sends you a message, you kind of get the alert and you know that happens. You go that route.
Maybe.
Traffic sucks. Here's the question I have for you. Because I know you pretty well.
Yeah.
Your wife and brother-in-law drove down this morning.
They did.
So why aren't you going to the airport and taking a flight since you already have a car down there and you don't have to deal with any of this and you go get a beer at the airport?
That's not a bad idea.
I mean, why didn't you think this through?
I should have thought that through. Well, I don't know. It's a good question. I have no answer for you. None whatsoever.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. Because I know I'm airport tomorrow for me, going up to Dallas for Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks.
That of all the concerts that you see, that one I think I'm jealous of. The others,
Well,
not so much.
You're not a rock guy.
But Billy Joel and who else?
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks, yeah.
You remember Fleetwood Mac?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Well, Stevie Nicks. I mean,
yes. Well, Stevie.
she used to be Well,
I've seen
nice to look at.
I've seen Fleetwood Mac.
I've never seen Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac and the Eagles at Dodger Stadium a couple years ago.
Sweet.
It was the Eagles' first concert after Glenn Fry died. It was a big concert thing. They called it Classic West, and it was at Dodger Stadium. It was incredible. But that was the first show that they did with Deacon Fry and Vince Gill filling the Glenn Fry role, which they're
right.
still
I forgot
they're
about
still
Vince
doing
Gill
that.
doing that.
Yeah.
Wow. No, but this one I would like to see Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks. That'd be that's gonna be a good show.
Well, and this was a concert that was planned a year ago.
Yeah, and it got canceled,
and
right?
Moved,
postponed.
Yeah, and then so now it's finally happening.
But Stevie was sick, right? Or she lost her voice.
Somebody
or something?
was sick. I don't remember. I mean, how long ago that was?
Long time
I
ago.
mean, it's like a free show.
It is
because the things were paid for so long ago. And what's cool is just in your app, they just changed the dates. Like, here you go, same seats, show up.
Wow,
it works.
Well, that's great.
Yep.
Good for you.
Pledge, what is that breaking news? You've got it on the screen. It's small. I can't see it. Tell me what you got. Just tell me.
Ravens and franchise tag defensive tackle Justin Madubuike agreed to a 4-year, $98 million deal, includes $75.5 guaranteed. Take one big name off the board for when free agency starts Monday.
But wait a minute. I'm just thinking he's a defensive tackle, right?
Yes.
The money that he was announced and Pledge just took it off the screen.
No, it's over there. I see it.
Well, I'm just thinking, all right. Thanks, Pledge.
88 million.
88
is that what 98
million.
Yeah.
75.5 guaranteed for a defensive tackle. I'm just trying to think how much more is Micah Parsons going to get?
Well, sure.
Would it be smarter for Jerry to speed up the process of signing Micah Parsons? Because if he makes him wait a year, it's going to cost more.
Well, that's roughly about 25 million a year. I would say roughly.
Yep. 53 at signing. Congrats to him.
Yeah.
The legal tampering period starts on Monday. How busy will the Cowboys be? We'll talk about it with the great Jon Machota from The Athletic. He joins us next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, what are your weekend plans? I hope they include the big blind. That's right. This place is incredible. If you like poker at all, even if you don't like poker, they got a full bar in there. You can get food in there, and you can watch games in there. There's TVs everywhere. But Fridays and Saturdays, from 7 o'clock at night till 2 a.m. in the morning, they have what they're calling High Hands Escalator. And it goes by the hour, right? So you can win $100 between 7 and 8. You win $150 between 8 and 9. If you're there at 1 and 2, you can win as much as $600 between 1 and 2 in the morning. They're doing stuff like this all the time. It is the big blind. It is the premier poker house in San Antonio. In fact, I've been to a lot of them, and they don't compare to the big blind. It is the place to be and the place to go. And look, you know it's going to be good. It's the owners of the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant. The food is fantastic. The servers are fantastic. The bar is fantastic. And everything about it is great. Make plans to get to the big blind and try to get some of that money. High Hands Escalator between 7 o'clock and 2 a.m. Friday and Saturday. Get out there tonight. It's right there at 281 and Redland Road.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is set Monday, March 25th at Golf Club of Texas with plenty of prizes, including a shot at $50,000 in a trip to the big game. Presented by Sierra Auto Group. Go to sasportstar.com and get signed up. A 4-person scramble, $120 per player to join, or a group of 4 can sign up together for $400. Then, after your round, join the San Antonio Sports Star gang for the after party, where the Blitz will be live at 90 Proof Bar and Grill on the corner of Highway 90 and Lucky Ranch, 10 minutes from Golf Club of Texas. It's San Antonio's Spring Golf Classic, benefiting the Will Smith Foundation, Monday, March 25th, presented by Flight by Yingling and 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you are a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you are a family member and needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here for America's #1 fantasy sports app, Prize Pick. There's over 3 million active users, and I am one of us because it is one of the easiest and most exciting ways to play daily fantasy sports because my knowledge matters. It's about more. It's about less. It's about multiplying your money up to 100 times. It is so easy to play because your knowledge matters. And as basketball season arrives, use your knowledge. Ex-players, former players, current players, you know what you're doing. Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Caitlin Clark, Kevin Durant, you know how to play. Download Prize Picks now. Use the code ALAMO. You'll get up to $100 matching. It's Prize Picks, the #1 fantasy sports app going. I play because it's fun and easy. You should play because you can win, because all you need is the knowledge to play. Download Prize Picks app, use the code ALAMO, get your $100 match, and start playing today. It is that easy. It is fun. It is Prize Picks. Download today. Thank me later.
I am James, Senior Apparel Designer, and this is Behind the Design with Hawks. Hawks is your classic workwear brand. It's designed for those guys that are on the job site. Just driven performance, just rugged and comfortable. Thinking of durability, everything is either double, triple stitched, bar tacked. It's build durable. It's going to perform. It's going to move with you. It's going to have everything that you need in a product. Hawks, only at Boot Barn.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit revivemenshealth.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with Rob Thompson and RJ Ochoa.
Monday on the Morning Huddle, the Spurs in the middle of a back-to-back against Golden State. We'll look at what happened there and talk about what will happen here. Will Wemby be playing? It's the beginning of the legal tampering period, or the illegal legalities, or I don't know. It's something going on. I'm not sure the Cowboys will be a part of it. We'll look at everything that went down and expect to see not much. Now back to the Blitz. Jason and Joe, you guys have your behind-the-scenes passes for South by Southwest? There's a digital thing I have to see.
Not sure what Rob means
Yeah,
by that.
I'm not sure either.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. The illegal tampering period about to start, and I can already hear people complaining Cowboys aren't doing anything after Jerry said we were going to go all in. Jon Machota from The Athletic joining us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. You're not expecting much from the Cowboys next week, are you?
I'm really not. I would love to come on here and tell you that they're going to make a run at Chris Jones or some other player that would make an immediate impact, and maybe that would happen, but I wouldn't bet on it. It just doesn't. I'm not hearing anything that would lend me to believe that. Maybe they'll surprise us with some type of big move, but frankly, I don't expect that at all.
You know, John, I know that it's not the Cowboys' way to be very active in free agency, although last year kind of surprised us all. But with the holes that they have to fill, wouldn't it be better? And I'll just mention linebacker. Wouldn't it be better to go out and get a guy that is a veteran that has played than to try and find somebody in the draft that can contribute right away?
Absolutely. The problem though is that I do think they'll address linebacker with a free agent, a veteran player, or via trade. I just don't think it's going to be one that really excites the fan base. You know, it's not going to be a big name player like. Actually, when I say it though, I mean maybe there's like a Bobby Wagner who is a big name player, but at the same time, everybody knows he's on the back end of his career.
Sure.
So maybe that'll make people happy if they were to do something like that. But I just don't see it being one of those like the big like major deals or just like, you know, it's just not hard to point to. I mean, you just have seen it the last 3-4 years with the team, you know, like the Niners and the Eagles. Like when they made some of these moves, you're just like, whoa, here we go. This team, man, they're really going after it. There's no doubt about it. The thing is with the Cowboys is that they haven't shown that they've really been willing to do something like that. And I just sit here thinking if they don't do something like that, there's no chance the roster will be as good or better than it was last year because you're going to lose pieces off this team that you aren't going to replace. And so if you're not better or just as good as last year, why would you expect to go any further in the playoffs?
This is the loaded question, isn't it? And it's year after year for the Cowboys. And obviously linebacker, a lot of safeties are available, but with Mike Zimmer, you wonder, is he more interested in some of those linebackers that are on the market or safeties? I'm more concerned with the offensive line. Tyron gone, okay. What about Tyler Biadasz? Can they go out through free agency and replace 2 of their 5 starting offensive linemen?
I mean, they could. I just, again, to use examples of what they've done before, I just think it'd be guys more like Chuma Edoga as opposed to somebody where you're like, oh, that looks like that's a guy that will be their starter for the next 4 or 5 years. You know, it'll be more filling gaps so that it doesn't look like it's a glaring need going into the draft. But the way I look at it with the Tyron Smith thing, even if Tyron Smith was to come back for this year, Zack Martin going in the final year of his deal, if Tyron was to come back, I think it'd only be a 1-year deal. To me, I think that it makes a lot of sense to use at least one of your high draft picks. I would prefer 24 on an offensive tackle. And I understand that, yeah, that's probably not going to help you win today as much as maybe a wide receiver or maybe a more immediate impact player because there's going to be growing pains with a young offensive lineman. But I just see not just this season, I'm looking beyond this season, and I don't see much ball left from Zack Martin and Tyron Smith. And so if that's the case, then you got to start filling some of those holes because you know they're not going to do it in free agency. If they're not doing it right now and they haven't given Dak his deal or CD his or Micah Parsons his, I don't see anywhere down the road where they're going to be spending significantly on offensive linemen. So that's why I would be leaning towards offensive tackle in that first round, and I think they will be too.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, and I agree with you. I think they should do that. You brought up Dak Prescott, John, and we've heard reports that this may not happen, an extension may not happen until training camp. Are you hearing some of the same things? And if so, why do you think that is?
Yeah, it's funny. I'm not hearing anything because I don't think there's anything going on right now. Now, both sides know each other very well. Dak's representatives, Todd France, and obviously the Joneses, they know each other well. So this thing could get done quickly. But it doesn't sound like there's a lot of movement between the two sides. Almost like both are just sitting back to watch the other one make the call. And if that's the case, then that just, every day that passes increases the chance that Dak will play under that final year of that deal. And that'll be really interesting to see because, like I said, they're not going to have his team that is better than it was last year. So is this just going to be like, I don't know, like the Texas Rangers where it doesn't look great towards the end of the regular season, but they just get hot at the right time and all of a sudden make this deep run? I mean, I guess it's possible. But we've just seen, especially in the NFC, the teams that have made it to the Super Bowl these last 4 years are the ones that have been the most aggressive. And I just don't see that being the case here. And so, yeah, I could see them getting something done with Dak, before training camp, but I also wouldn't be completely shocked if they let him play out that final year of his deal and see how the season goes, and then go into free agency next year. And if things go well, then obviously they'll do everything in their power to bring back Dak. But it also could be one of those things where they decide, hey, maybe this is the time we go in another direction. And I know that will upset some of the fan base, and other parts of the fan base will like that, especially if they fall short in the postseason.
Jon Machota from The Athletic joining us here on the Blitz. You know, the Cowboys have done a lot of signings at training camp in August. I could see where they might have something done, kind of try to keep it quiet. You know, Dak celebrates his birthday every year at training camp. You know, the pie in the face for Hard Knocks. Everybody sings him happy birthday. Zeke gives him a suitcase, and here's a new contract. I could see the Cowboys orchestrating that for a Netflix special.
Oh yeah, if Netflix is involved, I mean that's a key word. Then anything's possible. That's the leverage you need with Jerry Jones. No, yeah, you're right, absolutely. I will just say this though: when deals have gotten done early in training camp, they've generally favored the Cowboys a little bit. I mean, Trayvon Diggs didn't wait for every last dollar. You know, he took a deal that it put him amongst the highest paid corners, but he wasn't trying to get to be the highest paid. And so, if you tell me a deal gets done with Dak right before training camp, I think that he gives in a little bit. You know, that's the whole thing that, you know, we've talked about before, and you guys have obviously heard a ton, is where Jerry likes to talk to the player. And some players are like, nah, I don't want to talk to you about the contracts at all. Talk to my agent, you know? And I almost think if something like that's to happen with Dak, it'll have to be some type of meeting where it's like Jerry and Dak kind of try and maybe get the ball rolling. And then, Todd France comes in and finishes the thing off. But if it's just left to agent versus Jerry, who can win this battle of chicken, I think it goes very similarly to Dak's last contract, where Dak got everything he wanted.
Yeah, it probably will happen. He certainly has Jerry over the barrel. There's no doubt. With Zack Martin redoing his deal today, I know that the Cowboys had to get under the salary cap, but there's talk that Trayvon Diggs may do the same thing, and even I think Terrence Steele was another one that had been mentioned. With all these restructurings, and if they do get a deal done with Dak, they'll have some money to play with, won't they, John?
Oh yeah, especially if you got that Dak deal done, or even a CD Lamb deal would open that up as well. So yeah, no, there is the possibility that they could do some things. There's no question about it. Just when you cover this team for so long, you just kind of think that it's not going to happen just because there haven't been any big moves like that. But no, believe me, if they were to get some of those deals restructured and you got Dak or CD done, and they made a big play after a big time veteran player, I think that would go a long way to getting the fan base to think, okay, maybe this year is going to be different. Because it's not just the fan base too. I mean, you got to think of the players. Like, there's got to be a part of a lot of these guys that have been on this team the last few years. Like, man, we've won 12 games during the regular season each of these last 3 years, but then January strikes and it's like we don't even play anything like a playoff team. Like, there's got to be some stuff inside the building that they got to change up a little bit too, that to maybe find out what's been missing. Because that's the key. As much as we talk about this stuff, and as much as they talk about it nationally on television, nobody has the answer. Yeah. Nobody has the answer what's wrong. And I know it more now than ever because of everybody going to all this stuff. I'm just watching it, sitting back, and it's just to try and grapple on anything. Oh, did Dalton Schultz say that they feel like they're in a zoo? Let's run with that. It's like, but if that's really the issue, and this is all this problem, how do you win 12 games 3 years in a row? Does the zoo culture just start bothering you in January when the playoffs? Like, how do you do that, but then you not do this? How do you win 16 games in a row at home, but then when you have the game at home in the playoffs, you play probably the worst game that you've ever played? Like, everyone's grasping at straws, including the people inside of the Ford Center.
Well, and again, John, as we visit with Jon Machota from The Athletic, the mentally strong, can you handle the bright lights? Because it was across the board. It wasn't just Dak didn't play well or CD didn't play well or Micah. Everybody had a bad game except maybe Brandon Aubrey and Jake Ferguson. Everybody else was a no-show. The play calling was bad by Dan Quinn, by Mike, all of it. It was just bad in that moment. And you're right. Culture, 36 games over 36 wins over the last 3 years. I have a hard time believing that those guys don't know how to win or they're not doing something right. They're just not doing it at the right time. And, kind of circling back on roster stuff, Tony Pollard, what are they going to do at running back? Does he come back for less money than he wants? But what's the market going to be there?
Greeny on Get Up this morning. Mike Greenberg thinks Saquon Barkley would be a great fit in Dallas. Somebody else on the panel thinks it should be Derrick Henry. What do you think the Cowboys end up doing at running back?
Yeah, Saquon Barkley I just think would be too expensive for them for what they're – I don't see this team spending very much on a running back in free agency. And so I think they'll go – I guess I hate to say bargain bin shopping because at running back it's a little bit different. And when I say that, I mean that, yeah, they could be bargains, but it's just because the running back value has been knocked down so much. And so because of that, yeah, Derrick Henry, if the price is right, Tony Pollard, heck, who knows, Ezekiel Elliott, Delvin Cook. I mean, there's some guys out there, but I just don't see them going in big on anybody with a massive contract because of the fact that I could see them going in this draft thinking, hey, we're going to get a guy here and we'll pair him with somebody else that we don't. I just don't see them invest a lot of money in that position. So because of that, that's what makes the Saquon Barkley seem like the typical Cowboys offseason, fodder talk of like, hey, let's find a big name, let's connect it with the Cowboys, and then in the end, it never ends up happening. So Derrick Henry, just because of where he's at in his career, maybe Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, like I said, Delvin Cook, maybe if like the price is right on one of those guys and it's a somewhat Cowboys team-friendly deal, I could see them doing that, but I just don't see them spending big at running back.
Well, yeah, and I think running back has got to be a draft pick somewhere along the line in what they do. We saw the compensatory picks come out today. John, does that mean anything to you? I know they don't have a fourth rounder right now because of the Trey Lance deal, but how much in the grand scheme of things does that help the Cowboys?
No, it helps them for sure because it puts them in a spot where, yeah, you don't have the fourth, but if you didn't have those compensatory picks, I can't see them having any room to bargain at all, to possibly move up a little bit, to get a guy that maybe they like that's slipping a little bit. At least with what they have now, I could see them still being able to move in a either direction they want to go. Because before the compensatory picks, I was kind of looking at like I could see in one of these rounds them trading back a few spots just to gain an extra pick, and they still might do that depending on where guys line up. And hey, let's be honest, when they traded back and they ended up with Travis Frederick and gained some extra picks, one of the other ones they got, they end up drafting Terrence Williams. Hey, that ended up working out great for him. And, come to find out on a recent podcast, Travis Kelce revealed that he probably took himself out of the running with the Cowboys with his interview with them. And that's also in that same draft. And the Cowboys wanted a tight end. They took Devin Escobar. And 20 picks later, the Chiefs ended up with Kelce. So it doesn't mean that you necessarily have to hit on that. You have to have that high first round pick. I mean, they could find some good value if they move back a little bit in the first round to gain some extra picks. But, the compensatory picks, I don't look at them as like, oh, well, they're about to get some for sure starters, but it just gives you another chance that, hey, maybe one of those picks turns into a Deron Bland, maybe one of those picks turns into another, a Tony Pollard type guy. So that's good. And the Cowboys have done good in that area. They regularly during this time of year, they're usually, getting 2 or 3 compensatory picks.
Can they gain some extra picks for Trey Lance from, say, Minnesota?
That's going to be interesting because, the contracts obviously don't match up for the Cowboys. They match up for Trey Lance and Dak, where they're both, going in the final year of their deals. But I think the Cowboys really want to see what they have in Trey Lance, And so obviously if a team offered him, from everything I've heard, it's basically would be the deal that the 49ers did with the Cowboys, where the Niners were talking to a bunch of teams and the Cowboys came in with this offer of a fourth round pick. And they were like, we don't need to talk to anybody else. Yeah, you're going to give us a fourth. We'll take it. So if Minnesota or somebody is willing to give out something like that, by all means, go for it. But I got the sense in Indianapolis that the Cowboys really want to see what they have in Trey Lance, and they're not going to be able to see that until, or at least a good chunk, or really have a good grasp on it until you get to, training camp and then in those preseason games.
Well, yeah, I find that very interesting, and I don't know what Trey Lance can do. Jerry didn't sound all that high on him. He says he's a great guy, he's a good worker, but nothing really about being a quarterback when he was asked about it. Do you think that Trey Lance could be a Dak Prescott replacement?
I think he would have to he'd have to be like Dak was in 2016, when Romo went down and Dak started getting more reps. Well, and then Kellen Moore went down too.
Yeah.
Dak kept getting more reps. And so when he did that, you kind of were seeing like, oh, well, this isn't really like too big for him. Okay. And I would imagine Mike McCarthy will try and get Trey Lance some reps with the ones just to kind of test him in there. And then obviously, like we know, Dak's not going to play probably at all during the preseason. So Trey Lance is going to get a lot of work there. And who knows what happens. I'll never forget being at the Coliseum in that 2016 preseason game when Dak just played like he had been there forever. And it was, and you were just watching this unfold, and you're just like, man, it looks like they got Romo's heir apparent. And yeah, you don't expect that to happen, but you really don't know until the guy actually gets out there, because let's be honest, I'm sure you guys remember this when you guys were out there in 2016, but man, there were days in training camp where you didn't know if Dak was better than Jameel Showers.
Exactly.
It was a back and forth, but once he got out there in games and the bullets were flying, that game in the Coliseum and that game in Seattle were they're preseason games. They don't count. But man, nobody that knows Dak Prescott's career will forget either of those games. And so I think because of that, I think that's why they probably want to see what they have in Trey Lance. But unless somebody just kind of blows their doors off with some type of an offer.
Jon Machota from The Athletic. Make sure you subscribe to The Athletic and follow Jon on Twitter at Jon Machota, Jon Machota. Rest up this weekend because with legal tampering and then a busy week next week, Jon. Watching everybody else do stuff.
Hey, I hope the Cowboys do something big, and we'll have fun talking about next Friday. I would love that very much.
Absolutely. Jon, enjoy your weekend, man. We'll catch up soon.
Sounds good, guys. Take it easy.
Appreciate it. Jon Machota from The Athletic on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com. You think about the free agency period and quarterbacks that are going to be dominoes that are going to fall. How much does Russell Wilson play into what could all start happening next week? We'll dive into that next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, and you need your logo on any kind of gear, get over to Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. I was in there yesterday, got a new shirt made, a nice Nike black polo shirt with the 94.1 logo on it to get ready for our golf tournament and our shows coming up in Las Vegas at Circa. I got one shirt. Maybe if you need one shirt, you need 10 shirts. You need 250, 5,000. No order too small, certainly no order too big. And Sam has everything that you need. All the big name brands, North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Travis Matthew, Port Authority, name a few. You want it on a golf shirt, dress shirt, fishing shirt, hat. Boy, if you need hats, Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display right now in his showroom. Just waiting for your logo. Even has the popular Richardson 112 style trucker caps in stock. If you need t-shirts, screen printed, go see Sam. If you need uniforms, he has over 700 uniform lines to choose from. Call 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or better yet, go by that massive showroom on San Pedro, 1 mile inside Loop 410. Next to Big Lots across from McDonald's, or check the website samsembroidery.com for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
It's the Morning Huddle with Rob and RJ.
Monday on the Morning Huddle, the Spurs will be in the middle of a back-to-back. We'll look at what happened in Golden State and what we expect to happen in the Frost Center with the Golden State Warriors in town.
Also, the legal tampering window in the NFL opens today. Who's going to tamper and how are they going to do it? We'll get into it starting at 6.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancement pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax.
Touchdown!
a new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax, 100% natural male enhancement formulas, only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
Before you fire up that grill, make sure you get into Tri-County Meat Market. Hi, Jason Minix here. Tri-County Meat Market has everything you need. If you're thinking steaks, you want some chicken, some poppers, beef ribs, pork ribs, brisket, picanha, tri-tip. They've got it all at Tri-County Meat Market. Take advantage of their Pick 5 for $25, and Tri-County always offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. Tri-County Meat Market, 2 locations on Ralph Fair Road and on Heebner, or online at tricountymeat.com.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? What do you mean? Does it not look good? It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret. No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic. Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous. I was so tired of having thin and brittle hair. Ugh, and the shedding. So I figured I'd give hair volume a try. Needless to say, I'm thrilled with the results. Hey, where are you going? I'm going to pick up some hair volume right now. My reunion's next month and I want my hair to look as good as yours.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or your local Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy. Help your hair look full, voluminous, and beautiful again at newnordicusa.com, Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS.
The LaTappe, Texas cycling races are back in San Antonio, April 12th to the 14th. Cyclists of all ages, register now to ride in the 100, 60, or 25-mile Tour de France amateur cycling events. You can run, walk, cycle, and celebrate all things Fitness Fiesta at the Athletes Village and Expo, LaTappe, Texas. Register today at fiestafitfest.com. Presented in part by Thomas J. Henry.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. On this Friday before the weekend, then Monday, 3 o'clock, the legal tampering period window opens. I'm curious, do you think in the NFL, and Jon Machota, who we were just talking to, every Cowboy home game, he always posts a video when the doors open and all those people are running into the building to get to the standing room. Is there a window that opens and you see all the agents running into the general manager's desk?
I have a feeling that,
like the beginning of Braveheart.
It's kind of like how NIL used to be, right? Or paying players back in the day when they had to keep it secret. I think they're already talking. It's just that now we can make it public come Monday at 3 o'clock.
You think they're already talking?
Of course they are.
What do you mean?
They're cheating, Jason. They're cheating.
Oh, because that would be illegal tampering.
Of course.
Is legal tampering, is that even legal?
Well, apparently
if
it
you're tampering, is. I mean, think about it.
You watch come Monday.
Oh, yeah.
How many deals will be announced like at 3:01?
Well, I mean,
those deals just hey, Jerry, you want this guy? Yeah, let's do it. Bam.
Oh, it's probably a text message.
Yeah.
Schedule send on all your emails.
Yeah, I have a feeling there's illegal tampering happening.
I mean,
as we speak.
If we were legal tampering, I can't announce it at 3:01, but 4:01, man, we got that done in a hurry. Man, two sides wanting to work together and they get it done. Isn't that how it works?
That's how it works. Sure.
Legal tampering. Just the whole term seems stupid.
It does seem stupid. It's just like, hey, okay, you can talk today now to free agents.
I mean, you get called into the HR office, but it was in the legal tampering period.
That's right.
Not the illegal tampering.
It was only
period.
2:59.
I mean, it's 3 o'clock. It was legal. It was, it's like buying drinks.
Well, you ordered that one before happy hour officially begun.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Did you hate that?
I don't know what that's like because I always work during happy hour.
That's a
we
good
never
point.
get to enjoy happy hour when somebody sends you a text. Want to go to HH? The hell is that? It's
Yeah.
happy hour. I don't know.
And isn't it crazy? Most happy hours end at 6 o'clock.
Yes.
You know, can they not extend till 7?
The idea is to get you in there early.
I understand.
I mean,
people that are drinking are going to be there anyway. But I mean, you know, it gives you and I a chance to get there and enjoy one on happy hour prices.
And then they go to full-time price.
Just to say that we did. Well, we're used to paying full-time price.
Well, that's it. I mean, you know, happy hour. What is that?
You know, I haven't had a happy. I guess maybe on a vacation day, I've had a happy hour. But my whole career, even before here and now here, you're working in the afternoon while other people are enjoying happy hour. The simple things of life.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to. I'm confused by a tweet we just got.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Took me a minute. Apologies. Gabe Santana tweets in with the strangest gif. He said, "I got my 4th confirmed, so signing up the 4 tops tonight. Gonna be fun. Digging in my golf bag and there's a dude in a tank top pulling a bottle of Fireball out of his shirt. And that was distracting. I was trying to figure out. So Gabe must have finally found his 4th friend, and he's getting signed up for a golf tournament that's coming up March 25th
Okay.
at the Golf Club of Texas. That means we are, once he gets confirmed, and Gabe, you said you're going to do it tonight, do it during happy hour, wherever you're at right now, enjoying your Fireball, because we are this close to being sold out. I would imagine by the time the legal signing period starts, because right now we're in the illegal tampering period.
Yeah.
Before we get to official free agency, we're going to sell out.
Oh, there's no doubt. And we can make it public. I mean, we don't have to hide it until Monday at 3 o'clock.
Huh? Make what public?
This fact that we're sold out.
Well, why would we hide that?
Well, I'm just saying. You said we don't have a legal tampering period.
I mean, I'm just giving a timeline. Like, don't wait for free agency to begin because we're going to be sold out by then. But yeah, we will make it public when this thing sells out.
Of course.
And then there's going to be people that are going to be just drinking Fireball alone.
I bet you. Well, there'll be some drinking going on March 25th.
Oh, there definitely
or
will
you
be.
will certainly have your opportunity. You don't have to partake, but you'll have an opportunity.
Have plenty of free water from Artesia
Of
Springs
course,
out there.
yes, we will.
And on the label, there's a little message to one Joe Reinagel. Those became keepsakes, and Joe autographed, I don't know, 4 or 5 water bottles last year.
My own. I've got them at the house.
Couldn't sell them in the auction for anything. It happens.
I've got them all tucked away. Now, it's going to be fun. It always is. It's going to be my, 4th golf tournament?
Is it?
Or 3rd? I don't know. Either way, it's a lot of fun. And we love seeing all you guys and gals. We do.
Yep. See, now Ben Briseno says happy hour at Picks ends at 8.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I mean, what's going on?
I think Ben owns a part of Picks.
Well, I mean,
doesn't he?
Probably not. But let's just say Ben is a single man of a certain age, and that is a very target-rich environment.
It is. It is. Yeah.
So
I was very popular in there.
I mean, I mean, you look at that, but I mean, I like going to Picks. I know Passing Strangers is playing there tonight.
Are they really?
It's not one of those kind of places that I think about for happy hour.
No,
I know they have food there. I've never eaten there.
Dude, I did. The pizza's fantastic.
Oh, that's right. I have. When you ordered that pizza, they have food there. We did our show there years ago in their previous ownership.
Okay.
And we had a bunch of food, but so much has changed there. I don't even know if it's quite the same. But that's not the kind of place I think about.
No.
For happy hour.
No.
Picks to me is one of those band playing tonight. Let's go party.
Well,
right?
Especially when it's Passing Strangers.
Because they don't have enough televisions with sports on. Right.
Right. They don't.
I mean, they got
don't.
the one over the bar, but
they've got the outside area there.
Yeah, they do. But I mean, it's not where I think of for happy hour. But 8 o'clock. Why don't they do till 10 o'clock? Why? Because the band's there at 9 and, you're paying full price drinks because you're there to party.
And you're going to be there anyway. And they know you'll pay it.
Exactly. Exactly.
The Brew Pub have happy hour?
Yeah, every day.
Till
glad you listened to the commercials from 11 to 6. It's happy hour.
See, 11, we got to talk to Chip.
Yeah.
You got to extend that. Or start it at noon and then go till 7.
Well, why not go 11 to 10?
Well, let's talk to him.
I mean, we can all we want.
That's a great idea, Jim.
Yeah, that's not what he's going to tell you. He's not going to tell you that.
Well, so when we do our show down there next time,
you got to
about 5:45. We're ordering a bunch of drinks.
Order your bucket of beer at 5:45, and you got happy hour pricing.
There you go.
Yeah,
you just got to game the system.
Well, it's not gaming the system.
Well, sure it is.
Is it really?
That's like illegal tampering.
It's not like illegal tampering.
You game the system.
It's not. I mean, if you ordered it before 6, it's not illegal. If you're just aren't drinking it.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
6.
So, I mean, is there a rule where you order it and you just got to let it sit there until?
It's not like, all right, happy hour's over. I'm going to pick up everybody's drink and make you order a new one. No,
that'd be funny.
So, it'd be funny. What?
That'd be funny.
What
if they did that?
Well, they
finish your drink or I'm taking it. Happy hour's over.
They do that at 2. That sucks. They can't do that at 6 and 2. But that's kind of what we did on lottery night when we won Wemby. As soon as it was announced, everybody's tabs were closed.
That's right.
And then taken care of, and then everybody had to reopen their tabs. See,
that was a fun night.
That was a hell of a night.
It was a fun night.
A hell of a year, San Antonio.
It has?
Yeah.
You talking about the Spurs?
No.
Oh,
never mind. It's way over your head.
It must be.
Everybody that remembers when Chip Ingram was voicing his own commercials.
Oh,
he's been a hell of a year, everybody, coming out of COVID. That was a great commercial, by the way. Jeff Tate coming to San Antonio next Saturday night. Aztec Theater. We got a pair of tickets that we have to give away before the end of the show. It's close to the end of the show. Let's give them away right now. Caller number 9 at 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. If you want to go see Jeff Tate next Saturday, caller 9, those tickets are yours. 210-656-3776, 656-ESPN. If you don't win them, buy them at livenation.com. I mentioned this earlier, and I am curious to see, and over the weekend it will be interesting. Russell Wilson, and how much does he impact what actually happens in the free agent quarterback market? Because Russell Wilson isn't an awful quarterback.
Not at all.
He had an awful experience in Denver.
He did.
He had one really bad year and one okay year. His numbers last year weren't bad.
They were pretty good, actually. Very similar to Lamar Jackson.
And what makes Russell Wilson attractive on this free agent market is he's only about $1 million because he's getting so much money from Denver. It will be interesting to see how Russell plays it, what his demands are. If he's going somewhere on a 1-year deal for $1 million, or just over $1 million, he's a hell of a deal for a lot of teams.
It is.
If he wants 2 or 3 years with a lot of guaranteed money beyond next year, then you probably pass on him. But he went and visited with the Giants. Apparently he's having whatever the hell an exploratory meeting is with Pittsburgh. And who knows, because Denver's already given him permission. So he's gotten a head start on everybody else legally in the illegal period. But if you're Pittsburgh, and I think he'd be a good fit in Pittsburgh, I think he could be a good fit in Minnesota. If Baker is greedy, maybe he's a good fit in Tampa Bay. Maybe Atlanta, if they don't want to make the trade for Fields and they don't want to give $50 million to Kirk Cousins. Here you got a guy like Russ for $1 million, not 50, $1 million. How do you pass up a guy like Russell Wilson?
Well, it's interesting that you put it that way, because you would think everybody, all the teams you just mentioned, would be having meetings with Russell Wilson, and only 2 of them are.
So that we know of at this point.
That we know of, right? So, and the Giants have a quarterback they're paying a ton of money to, which they probably regret.
probably.
The Steelers, not so much because he's still on a rookie deal, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, but that's coming to an end. So I just think if I'm Russell Wilson, I don't need the money. And I'm going to, if I want to still play, I'm going to a team that actually has a legit shot at reaching the Super Bowl. Now, Pittsburgh, I think, does with a quarterback. Their problem was quarterback. Mason Rudolph did an okay job filling in, but he's not the answer. And so if you think that's what you need to put you over the top, then you go out and you talk to a Russell Wilson. And I think at least Pittsburgh seems like the ideal spot.
I mean, especially for the money. And if you're Russell Wilson, you're looking at Pittsburgh saying, I can beat out Kenny Pickett.
Sure.
And if you're Kenny Pickett, you're probably thinking, well, I can beat out Russell Wilson. I think that's good for a team.
Sure.
Minnesota, if they lose Kirk Cousins, they're going to be in the market for a quarterback. And we've heard Trey Lance, right?
Right.
Russell's going to beat out Trey Lance. And again, what makes Russell Wilson attractive is the price tag.
Oh, absolutely.
To get a quarterback that has won a Super Bowl, clearly on the back end of his career, but with still something left in the tank.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, something to prove.
Yes, he does. And it was a miserable experience, except for the money he got from the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
That probably made it tolerable. But yeah, I mean, it just depends on, does he want to win? Or does he want to play again? And if he does, I'm going to a team that's got a shot. I just don't want to play football just to play football if I'm Russ. And I think that's what Minnesota is. That's why I think Trey Lance is a good option for them. Even a Justin Fields, perhaps, a good option for them. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be fun next week.
Yeah, it's going to be. The NFL offseason is always a lot of fun. You think about the NBA regular season, you want to add excitement to that, make sure you download and play the Pick'em game at UnderdogFantasy.com. I won some cash last night during that Spurs-Kings game. Watched all the way to the very end because I had under half a three-pointer for Julian, and he didn't make one. And I got 4 for 4 yesterday, turned a little bit of money into a lot, which is what I love to do at Underdog Fantasy. Makes the games a lot more exciting. To play the Pick'em game, you just pick between 2 and 5 players from at least 2 different teams and select whether they're going to go higher or lower on predicted stats. That's all you have to do. Your picks hit, you can win up to 100 times your money. It's a fantasy game, but it is legal in Texas and a ton of fun to play, and you do win real cash money.